the slow rise back to fucking track. Because, like, I had about a couple grand already saved up to do that. Now we're already, like, talking about getting a car. So it's like...
Well, the good/bad thing is, with the economy as bad as it is, there's a lot of houses available or going to be really soon.
Yeah. Honestly, that's, like, I'm hoping to jump on that just because, like, I started rewriting our budget to be a little bit more precise, to where we had like an actual like substantial savings, something we could put aside, ways we could also pay off certain like old debts and things like that, especially our federal student loans, those types of things. So like as I started kind of writing it out,
live,
like,
baby boy.
I was oh shit, we already live.
I think we're talking about debt and stuff. Yo, what up, people? I think we had a little mishap. Hello. You know what? Life's full of mistakes. Is our mics on, Jay?
Let's all like get your pens and pencils out. Start writing down Bruce's budget.
Wow, you ended it, dude. Wait, where's the? Wait, give us audio. I know they updated the thing.
So what do I do?
That sucks.
I don't know. Just give us back now.
Fuck you.
Just give us back.
That's
We hear-
Cause
Fuck it, we don't want to lose people.
exactly. Where's the video?
It'll pop up in a second. It's a 30-second delay.
Is it there?
The audio's on though.
Hello, people.
Hi, people.
Hello. Listen.
I was saying a fucking thing. Nobody told me we were live.
Okay.
We had a
Nobody
fucking hot mic.
Here.
Well, at least we weren't talking about the earlier story.
Right, yeah, right. Like, we
Where's
could
your
You could be really getting divulged.
You got headphones?
I don't see any headphones. To be honest with you.
Listen,
Didn't you
people.
just plug them in? Oh wait.
No,
are
that
they
was
over
his
there?
mic. That was his mic. Yo, people, what's up? We're gonna have a little bit of a different podcast today. Let's just not tell Dad. We might just have to stream for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll
and
just
not
let him
tell
when
Dad.
he sits down.
Because,
He'll do
dude,
his little intro.
He'll
We'll
be
just
fucking
pretend like that's the
stressed out.
beginning.
He'll be fucking
Yeah.
stressed
I
out.
think you know what? I think people appreciate real life.
Be like, oh shit,
Yep.
fucked up, and we went live.
Let me tell you, don't get any realer than ours. So
yeah, you can say that again. You can say that again.
But you know, I think accidentally some Jay might have clicked a button.
I don't have a mic to talk.
I think Jay might have clicked the fucking
Oh,
button.
you have a mic. You have a mic to talk
I
to.
think we started about a half hour early, guys. So there you go. But yeah, definitely don't want to tell.
We were talking about the budget crisis, okay?
Yeah.
If everybody wanted
Yeah.
to know what we were talking
think-
I
about.
don't know if
I
we, our
think
mics
everybody
were on.
has a budget crisis.
Oh, yeah. We're also talking about American
Yeah,
budget-
exactly.
budget crisis, not mine.
Yeah, like
right.
exactly. Imagine.
Specifically not mine.
So speaking of budget crises, though, imagine if you didn't have a budget, though. What would like your first purchase be? Like, oh, I don't have
If
a
you could do
budget.
anything you wanted,
If I could just take all my paycheck and just blow it on something, is that what you're basically trying
or
to
more. What if
Right.
money
I don't
was
know.
no object?
Just like-
say?
and you could just
It's just your
buy.
budget.
What would
Let's
you
say
be
right
your-
now, what time is it? It's 4:45. Okay, right now, and the store's closed when the store's closed. But until the day's end, you have an unlimited budget. What are you going to get right now? Right to the store.
Man, that's...
I'm hitting up discount tire.
Well, honestly, if I
Fresh shed of rubbers.
Getting
there's a couple different places I'd probably go, but like
What?
toilet
Okay,
paper.
Mom.
Me?
What
Yeah,
about you?
Yeah, you go first.
All right.
'cause I'll
Well,
have to
real
think that one
life.
out.
Let's think.
So I'd go get a washer dryer because
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Water's
Great
coming out the
idea.
bottom of my
Yeah, that
washer.
one's-
Dude, mine's starting to
so-
smell. I need to get rid of mine. Like,
So, and we need a new grill.
Hey,
because
welcome
that's
to the
messed
show, Dad.
oh, look at this beautiful,
Welcome
beautiful
to the
man.
show. Welcome to the show. We're hot. We're live.
We're hot.
Welcome
We're
live.
hot, and we're gonna.
I do
throw
not know
you-
what happened.
We're hot and ready. Yeah,
live.
someone accident. We might have.
Buttons got pushed.
There's a ghost in the basement, and he said we're live.
All right,
We're going
guys.
live.
We're going live at 5, so I guess you get 13 minutes of us talking about going live.
Yeah.
I came over and I got some.
What'd you
see
get?
that.
I got some. I got a
Serious
natural
snacks.
white cheddar cheese and
Ugh.
some cheese and fruit
Well, I'm
nut
curious about the
cheddar.
question we just proposed.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh,
you,
boy.
money's
Yes,
no object.
I always say yes.
Oh, yeah.
to-
So if you could just go out
Right
and
now.
just buy whatever you wanted right now,
Today.
what would your purchase be?
A yacht.
Wow.
What?
Beautiful. Where's the closest yacht store?
A
Damn.
yacht?
Yeah,
Did you just pull that
Where
on
do you
your
even purchase
ass?
a
Like,
yacht?
because you're
You
not
just-
a boat guy.
I know.
Like,
Go
where
to
did
marina?
that come from?
I
I
hate
know
the water.
Benassia pool.
You don't
Hate the
even
water.
like the water.
But the
hates
idea of
water.
a
It's just
yacht.
to say he had it. Just to say he has it.
Just to sit
You guys
in the
want to see my
dock.
yacht? It's at the dock. I'm not going to take it out, but I just wanted to show it to you.
You have to say
Actually,
it.
it's
Yeah.
not at the dock. It's in
No.
storage.
It's up on a
dock.
trailer. Like,
Yeah,
it's
if I
never
could-
left.
That's where I
Yeah.
like it. You want to go hang out?
No, I don't.
I got a ladder. We can just put it up there and get in there.
Yeah, I'm not a big boat guy, but I would like to have a yacht.
Why? That doesn't.
Because
would
they
you-
look so cool.
What would you
man.
call it?
I call it.
Yeah, they have to have a name.
That's a
The
good
Reptile
question.
yacht.
That's a good name for it. That's a good question.
I think I would.
Hey, man, I'm just spitballing here.
Call it the
I'm just
Reptarium.
spitballing here. I'm going to call it the
It's
Reptile
like
yacht.
it's like my island in
You're right.
Animal Crossing, the
Reptarium.
Reptarium.
I think I would call it. Like,
Can I eat some nuts while we're doing this? While we're
Subsonic.
doing the pre? Are we
We're pre-gaming.
pre-gaming?
Yeah, we are
Pre-game.
pre-gaming.
Pure pregame.
We didn't even get a chance to shout anything out yet. So how you
it's
you
okay.
beautiful people doing out there?
This is all
Oh, man.
wonderful. So you're
Well-
eating on that fucking natural white cheddar.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
How's
Do
that
you like it?
tasting? Let me get a hit of
Are
that.
Are these the same or different?
No, they're the same.
Ugh.
This
just
one,
good.
This one looks older.
You know, like
You know
I,
what's
I
so-
like. I actually
Smells
like
like
the.
piss.
What are they?
smells like piss. Mm.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what these smell like, but the.
What's the name of this?
What do they
Well,
call
here-
them? It's like it's like
Wow.
it's like the craft version of them. Like, you know what I'm talking about? It's like they call
Yeah.
it the protein 3 or something.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
And that's
Yeah.
I
that's
tried
the
to
thing
make it look
with-
like Gatorade. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
I get those sometimes because they get the little beef jerky. in
Well,
there.
you
oh
know-
yeah, yeah. See, I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
those
yeah.
a lot. You
Yeah,
know,
but
like,
there's the other ones that you get that are around.
Sargento
Yeah,
ones.
those are like $3. These are 99 cents, and this
There's
is
a
the same
reason
exact
because
thing.
this one looks like it's old.
No, this one actually.
Well,
is
honestly, I just
more
make them.
fresh.
I just make them
No.
myself, and it's
Yeah.
way cheaper.
Yeah.
Like, you just
No,
buy a big
right.
bag of
He did
dried
that.
dried
I did that. I
cranberries.
did that.
He
I
did that
almonds,
one
and
week.
Cheese, yeah.
These
I
ones
did.
taste
I
like
ate
piss.
What?
That cheese tastes like piss.
Speaking about piss. Speaking
What
about
is it? White
piss,
cheddar?
Can I tell you a
Yeah,
piss story?
It's
Oh,
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I'd be down
Love
to
to
hear a
hear
piss
it.
story.
I have a
Yeah.
bunch.
Where's
Yeah.
this going?
no, so I saw this this TikTok video.
Oh God.
No, it was a good video. It's a science guy,
Oh yeah.
and he took
Bill
water and he put 2 glasses of water, or with jars that had lids, and he put 3 times the amount of chlorine in each of them, and then put a little urine in one of them, and then let them sit overnight. He opened the one with just the chlorine, and he said it smelled just like water. And then the other one he opened up said smelled just like the pool, the public pool. He said the smell that you think of pool
Yeah.
Is
is
pee.
pee in your pool.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because
Every
kids
time
pee
I'm
in
in
the
there-
pool.
Every time I'm in there, I'm ripping a fat piss.
Are you really?
Oh yeah. There's nothing better. Let me listen to this
Listen.
shit. There's nothing better
That's crazy.
than the sensation of ripping a fat piss in water.
Do you know that?
It
You're
just the
not
way
wrong.
it just comes out.
It's interesting.
Honestly, he has some serious truth here.
No, I disagree.
The man is
like
preaching.
the warmness that
Yeah,
encompasses
there's just the
you.
sensation.
Well,
I
especially if it's really cold water, like that's how you get
Yeah.
your equilibrium
Yo,
down.
I'm
check
not
this
gonna
out,
lie.
Bruce.
No.
That's how you adjust.
I've never peed in a pool. Now in a lake.
Oh
No.
yeah,
Something
yeah.
Check
like
this
that.
out, Bruce.
Because I'm like, that's
No.
like just
No.
natural, right?
No, it is not.
Bruce would be on my same.
It's not
I'm
like
the same
the
way.
fish do.
No.
Have you ever?
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, they do.
I've literally.
Yeah, they do.
Listen, check this out. I don't even. Check this out.
But you're nasty.
I can aim
I would
my piss.
I would spank your
In a
ass
pool?
if I knew you
I
pissed in
can
the
aim
pool.
my piss puddles. I
Well,
know how
yeah,
to direct
You're
them.
a guy.
Oh, I know what you're
Stupid.
talking about. Yeah, where it
Dude.
gets all like in that little cloud, and you just kind of.
Dude,
Number
so
one.
like I know I have to pee. Listen,
really off the
listen to this
rails,
strategy. Listen to this strategy.
We're starting
I'm sorry,
off.
I started with
Dad,
the piss
listen to this
story.
strategy.
Yeah, that's
There's a
not
whole strategy to this. I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you. Okay, are you ready to listen to this?
I am.
You guys
I-
better pick up game.
I don't want to.
Well, I'm a
Okay.
girl, so.
Are you ready?
Go.
No, it has
Let's
nothing
get-
to
Back
do.
at 5.
It has nothing.
Yeah, I don't have aim. I
Well-
literally don't have aim.
Yeah, no, she's
Yeah,
right,
but
man.
you're
Trust
not-
me, I tried to get Jessica
guys-
to pee in a bottle
Okay,
once.
well,
She was
let's
like, no.
you
let's
guys
hear.
aren't
Let's hear.
listening.
Let's hear.
So
Let's
you
hear.
don't
Let's
Tell
hear.
us your
understand.
strategy.
Go.
Please, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just go on.
So you get that puddle out, right? But you have to feel the tide, like your finger, feel the breeze, right? See where the direction of the waves are going.
Mm-hmm.
So you go up, you can traject it, go up a little to the left, maybe a little to the right, and
I
then the
don't
way
understand
the
what you're
direction
talking about.
of the wave
Oh,
takes
gotcha.
it.
So.
I see. Yeah, you basically
Listen,
you
let's-
basically
some-
pee
okay.
upstream.
I can,
Listen,
I can
and
hit
allow
my
it
cousin,
to-
like I can aim it from like 100 meters away. I can hit my cousin Brandon.
Yeah. No,
I'll
I'm
go
not
over
gonna
there,
lie. How many
and I'll just
times
be
have
like,
you been swimming with
Yeah,
friends or
and just be
family
like-
and you hit a warm
Oh,
spot?
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like,
Oh, shit,
motherfucker,
it's fucking warm as-
Oh,
really
dude,
warm right here.
to me, it was the worst ever because I was like when I was a kid, I had the
Jesus, I'm
worst
leaving.
habit of like
I got it out.
drinking the water while I fucking like swimmed and shit like
Yeah.
that. You know, like I had to stop that quick the moment I realized people were
Exactly.
pissing
I
in
think
the pool.
I
was
think we
like,
need a swear jar again.
Yeah, we need to.
Do you do
This is
Phoebe?
this is the one that's supposed to be kid friendly.
oh yeah, that's right.
Listen, Munchie. We're just guess
Everyone
what's
eats
kids
nuts.
friendly? Peeing in the pool because they all do
Kids
it.
love
so
to pee. Like
No,
like
I have
pee
a-
and poop
kids
talk,
love to pee.
dude.
My favorite sign was that this is my OLE. Notice there's no P in it.
Yeah.
Keep it that way. Listen, let's move on from that. Jake Paul raided by the FBI. Can you pull that shit up for me?
Well, I'm sure it's
Whoa.
not. Did they rate him?
No,
or
raid
did they
him.
raid?
Raid.
You know,
They
I thought
they
that said rape.
It said rate. So what did he rate?
FBI. Oh my God.
Oh, he has
did?
firearms, huh? What kind of shit?
What
do
was
you
it
have?
for?
He didn't get the tax stamp.
Wonder what it's for. He did get raided.
What? This is what kind of
Well,
Let's see.
fingers do you
Search
Nobody-
warrant
have?
by a seal
What kind of
by a
fingers do
judge.
you have? I kind of
Oh,
have.
I
some,
looked
I have
that
some
up
cool
once. I
fingers.
think I got Egyptian ones.
Wow, I wonder what happened. Mayor
Well, I don't even know what that means.
Taking legal action for throwing outrageous. You know, this talk. Remember, he did that big party during COVID season, and a bunch of people
Yeah.
got sick. I'm wondering
Really?
if that has something to do
That's
with
what
it.
it says. Yeah, it says where people did not wear masks or physically distance amid.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of people, like a bunch of people,
How do you
like
raid
Or
somebody
Logan,
on
dude.
that?
Yeah.
There's some goofy stuff.
well, I don't know. You know, anyways,
weird.
that was just weird. That was a super chat, by the way. So,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thanks, Veronica.
Yeah, we got super chats before we're even live.
No, we were live.
Whoa.
We were live.
We're not live till 5. I don't care that there's 7 minutes to go. I would never talk about pissing in a pool
Yeah, you would.
after 5.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So it's actually just
Right.
yeah. So,
So-
anyways, all right. What do we got?
Wait. We already have super
Wait, okay,
chats.
that's so
and there's-
Sharon.
I think, and hasn't
Sharon.
even started.
She said, "Hello, Lori, Brian, Bruce. Just sending
No,
some
it
love."
didn't
Sharon,
say
thank
Brian.
you.
It said Lori, Noah, and
I
Bruce.
added
Oh, yeah.
the Brian.
'Cause you
that's
weren't
right.
here.
I added the Brian
You
because
weren't here. Hi, Sharon.
I think that was a Freudian. I think that was a Freudian slip.
Hi, Brian is my favorite YouTuber. Thank
Oh,
you so
there you
much.
go.
See?
How,
There you
wait
go.
a second. It said, "Hello, Brian. How are you, my favorite YouTuber?"
Yeah, you know that's how I.
you
That's how I read.
my
That's how I
favorite
read it.
YouTuber.
Hello, Brian.
Hey, B-Rye.
How was you my favorite?
That's exactly how I read it.
Did you know
I
that?
want to know. Please answer. She's asking you
That's
a
not a
question.
question.
How is you? How
He's
is
like-
you her
it's like,
favorite?
this is total bullshit. This is bullshit.
How is it?
So-
So
Do you know that? I'm not going to talk about it.
why? This is the content she wants from you.
She
She
paid
didn't
to
say
ask.
it. Go
she
back.
paid
Let's read
to
this. It
ask
doesn't
this
say that. It
question.
says how is
she
my.
so
It says
your
how
How
is.
how is you my favorite YouTuber?
No, she said how is my favorite. Now how is
How
you
is she
my?
so?
Now how is you? You put the you in there. There's no you.
How is my favorite
YouTuber.
Oh shit.
Hello.
So like as a question, how are you, Brian? I am fine. Thank you for asking, Sharon.
Hello, Brian.
How is you my favorite YouTuber?
How is my favorite YouTuber you?
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Okay, can we
Oh,
can we rail this
damn,
damn?
son.
Can we rail this in?
And she gave hard eyes too. And she gave hard eyes. She was like, all
That's
right,
good.
whatever.
All right, what's this one? Finally made the live stream again. Finally got a house. Got my house, been working so hard for. Haven't missed one podcast though. Hope you're doing awesome. Thank you so much, TNXT.
Oh, congratulations on the
So
house,
yeah,
man.
welcome
well
to
done,
everybody
dude. Living
for
dream.
the early podcast here. Thank you for the 289 people that are joining us 6 minutes
Even
before
though
we're
we're
supposed
not
to go.
live, yeah.
Even though we're not live, so it's awesome. So a couple interesting things happened today.
What?
What is that?
First off, next week, I want to give a little bit of a thing for everyone that's watching. Next week, Jay and myself are going to put together a reaction podcast. We're going to take like 10 or 12 of the most cringiest snake bites videos, and we're going to watch just like
Ooh, I have
us.
to watch that?
Yeah, you have
Oh,
to.
Jesus.
You're going to need more wine.
Yeah. You give
And
me,
we wanna
you give me
react to
enough
'em.
beer, and I'll talk all kinds of shit.
Because, you know, the thing is, we were talking about the fact that, a video was, I think I brought it up. There was a guy that put out a video saying, like, was Brian Barczyk really that bad? And I didn't watch it, but Jay ended up watching it, and so did...
Oh, yeah, he was terrible.
So,
No, I heard that.
What
no,
a-
no, no.
what
And
a
then
piece of
Quinn,
shit.
then Quinn watched it, and they both said it was actually a pro video for us, like pro me. But it was saying how, like,
It was-
I
yeah.
did a lot of... Oh, did you watch it?
No, I'm just saying it was clickbaity. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
Right,
Again,
but it was
same.
just saying, I think it was basically saying, like, hey, you know, in the past he's done a lot of bad things, but now he's doing better things. So
Oh,
like
he
that.
didn't do anything bad in the past either.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Well, no,
That's-
so
that-
no,
that's
well,
the trend.
so listen, this is the way I look at that, right? This is the way I look at that. Is that in the '60s you could walk into no, listen. In the '60s, you could walk up to some girl and go, "Hey, sweetie, how's your day, honey? You know, why don't you, you know?" And now that would be unacceptable,
Exactly.
It's crazy.
right?
No, you
You
could,
know?
yeah, even stuff
know.
back not that long ago, you know, Noah has seen back from like the 80s, and he's like, how is that able to be
Yeah,
like
I
on
mean,
a
look at some
TV
of the
show?
look at like
You know?
Oh, dude,
Look
yeah,
at
dude. Like,
that-
are you kidding
look at,
me?
like-
Come here, Elizabeth.
Look at like Blazing Saddles. You know what
Oh,
I
it's
mean?
one of
Like,
my favorites.
It's a
One
great,
of my
great
favorites.
movie. But if you had
Never.
that now,
No.
you would literally be like shunned from Hollywood, right?
There is quotes that I know, and I can never utter them in public because
No
of
way.
that movie.
No
Yeah,
way.
we were just
I
talking
know
about that in
so much
comedy
on
and
that
all
movie
kinds
because
of
I loved
things,
it.
How just as a society, as things change, and so
know.
I think
What in the
that's
great
it.
wide
It
world of
wasn't
sports is
nothing-
going on here?
I
Yeah,
know,
so
like,
like, yeah, 2 minutes to
People,
to go live. But my point was is that 10 years ago, the same people that were like saying what a horrible person I was a year and a half ago were the same people that were like 10 years ago going, Brian, that was the best video I've ever seen. The same people, you know what I mean? So anyways, I didn't
Well,
want
you
to get
got-
off on a tangent. My point was is that I think it would be interesting to look back at some of these because they are probably outrageous,
They're
and I probably
terrible.
totally.
And I'm going to
you know,
flash back to my life at that point
Oh,
when I was surrounded by all of you morons.
Can I tell-
Every
Oh my
day
God!
of my
Watching
life, I
Chewie run around
hated-
in a fucking Easter bunny
I
costume.
hated my
oh my
life
gosh!
because
Well,
of
listen,
all you.
One
So-
time, we were. I want to. I don't want to say we were sponsored by ZoomEd, but we were like. Yeah. So yeah, what was happening was ZoomEd wasn't giving us any money, but they were giving us a product to give away once, right?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
we were giving away
We were
like
doing
a rep
giveaways,
yeah, every week, and so they would send us something and we would give it away. And I remember Rita, who is the number 2 now in charge of ZoomEd, which is again a couple $100 million a year reptile product company. Great, they support us so much and they're fantastic. I remember her calling me up once, going, Brian, we have to talk about your content. And I said, why? She said, I was watching the video today and I literally like had to shut my door because it had Chewy and assless chaps.
Yes.
That was washing the
Yes.
window of a car with his ass.
Yeah.
And she's like,
the car wash.
yeah, the car
Right,
wash. scene.
right. Oh my
And,
God!
and
Yes,
so she
I've
was
seen
like,
this.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
And she's like, Brian, like
there.
ZoomEd can't really
Yeah.
be affiliated with that. You know, she's like, and I was like, yeah, you know, I know what you're saying. And so the next week we had him in a diaper, like,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah,
like,
why do you think I'm the way I am?
No,
When I was 6 years
oh,
old,
there's no doubt.
my 6-year-old eyes were in that car looking at that man ass, just like what the why? Why is it so hairy?
But I think that, but I think the thing is though, is that I think you can grow as a person, right? And
Clearly,
we grew
clearly
tremendously.
you are not the same, and I hope to God all those involved back then have also grown and matured.
Well, you know, the thing is I really thought that at the time, I'm serious. I thought that what we were doing was a good.
Revolution.
No, I thought it was a good thing.
It was entertainment.
It was
It was a good
entertainment. It was a
thing.
good. I thought
Yeah.
like the bite scenes were.
This
you
is
know,
back
fine,
in
but,
the day
But
of-
I wouldn't do that now. Is what
This
I'm
is
saying.
back in the day
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Jackass was huge.
Right.
When like the outrageous whatever. So that's the
Yeah.
thing. It wasn't like it was unwarranted. Like that's kind of what was going on
Yeah.
and what kind of influenced
But I think that
it.
the majority
So-
of the hatred I get even to this day it stems from what I did 10 years ago or 8 years ago. And as a matter of
I
fact,
think it
someone
comes from-
messaged me and was like,
idiots and
someone
jealousy.
messaged me and
Yeah.
said that, like, well, I'm not a fan of the personality, Brian. I'm a fan of you. And they said, it's been years since I've watched any of your content. And I said, well, then how do you know? Because you haven't watched me in years, so how do you know if I'm the
I mean,
same
I love
person?
you,
So
but
that-
I'm not a fan of the personality of Vlog Brian.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, damn.
But it doesn't keep me from liking
Welcome to the vlog, guys. Welcome to checking
vlog.
in. Oh yeah, vlog. Yeah, it's a whatever. It's a vlog. It's a welcome to
It's a
checking.
long day. It's been a long day. Oh, Lordy.
Welcome to checking in, people. We are now live. Although you've got a
Oh, finally.
You've had a behind the scenes for the last half hour.
now can we get back to some reality?
man.
So, anyways, back to what I was saying. A couple things happened today. Bruce.
Oh, we didn't
brought-
get there yet?
No.
Oh,
we didn't get there.
What happened today?
Bruce brought in some interesting snakes for us today.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
A few more than I thought I was going to.
So tell us what you brought
Yeah, there
in
was
for
a
us.
lot up
Did you
there.
Did you see any of them?
No, I did not.
There's like
Did you know he brought them?
Yes, because when I walked in, I was like, what the hell is all this shit up front?
Jesus Christ.
And we've got tours, so make
Oh,
sure it
put-
gets
oh, yeah.
put away.
But, she
Tour's
she
almost
put
got
me,
extra.
She put me on the spot, too, right away.
At first, I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, what the hell did Brian just do? Because
Oh,
if this was
oh,
a
did you-
bunch of boxes of shit that just showed up that I didn't know about.
No.
So
Oh,
I
I'm
was
glad you didn't
actually-
see the bucket that said venomous and shit. That was like.
I kind of did, which also made me think, okay, you probably know what
Okay,
this is.
all
now.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, like.
Yeah, what did we get?
I actually have to paint this scene a little bit just because of the fact
Okay.
that like when I was working I had music on, like I'm just chilling like in my own little world, like just picking up poops, doing
look at
the
that,
things
Noah.
that I love to do, you know, like keeping the place
That
clean.
is better.
And Lori had literally like I'm telling you, like started high stepping on me so quick, just like I think you took 3 steps and you were right up on me, like and it was just like, what is all that up there? Like, and that was it, and I was just like. Up. I just immediately started stuttering, and I just go, no, I talked to Brian about it. I'm sorry. I should have said something.
Jay said it was
yeah.
okay.
Right.
Throw
Like,
Jay under the bus.
I just immediately jump on the defense, like I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Like,
So you brought in Jasmine, which is an awesome snake. It's a leucistic monocle.
So I'll go through the through their names. We have Jasmine, the leucistic monocle cobra. We have Talbot, the rhino viper. We
Lovely
have
animal.
Bundy, the Gabby, the male gaboon viper.
Bundy,
Yeah,
like as in Ted Bundy.
yeah.
oh,
So there's a story behind it that's a little more complicated than that. But anyways, not that he killed anybody. Let's make sure we're clear
Is
on
it Al
that.
Bundy?
No.
That's what I
100%
thought.
Ted
That's what I
Bundy.
was
it's so
thinking.
fucking funny. He said there's a story that's a little more complicated than that.
Yeah, that was probably
Just
the
walk around
That's
and
a pretty complicated story, but
well, like so Bundy like jumped out of like a second story building when he was trying to escape like the court and shit like that. He was in
Right.
the middle of a court hearing and he jumped out of a second story building to get away from it, and he escaped for like a couple weeks, right?
yeah.
Well, I was pulling my Bundy out, and like I was trying to pull him out, and literally on the way halfway out, I swear to God, he just sprung backwards and flew out of the cage
and was gone for 2 weeks.
No.
Okay.
I got,
Yeah.
if that
Because
thing
what the
disappears,
hell?
I've got cats. I can't do that. Like,
Not cool, Bruce.
Yeah,
anyways, so he just
responsible ownership.
Yeah, so he springs out of the cage, and he literally jumps out just like that. And I made that joke to Jessica, and Jessica goes like, "That'd be a great
perfect name to give him. Da, da, da. So that was the only reason we named him that. Anyways, so we have
Bundy.
Bundy the Gabby, and we have Buffy the Puffy.
Buffy, Buffy.
Puppy. I am very creative with the names.
Yeah.
This is like Noah's level of naming.
So
Buffy.
Dog.
This is Snaky. This is Snaky, my corn snake.
Snaky 1
are-
and Snaky 2.
Yeah, that Snaky 1 and Snaky 2. And of course, there was Spike. You know, Spike is for bearded dragon.
Spike.
Yeah, every kid has a
already fell.
Spike. Every kid has a Spike bearded dragon.
I had Stevie Y.
When I was a kid, it was Monty for Python. Monty Python.
Why was our Spike?
Because it's spiky.
Monty Python, I like that.
Yeah, you
We're
were
so
like, I'm gonna name
spiky.
it Spiky. Yeah.
Although you did name
Snaky
Fetty Wap.
Spiky.
You named Stevie Y.
he was
it was actually
older.
Stevie Y
You know-
was Fetty Wap.
You know why I named Snaky?
Why?
I'm gonna tell you the whole story.
Because it's the first
Guess
one that
what?
popped in your
No,
head.
check this out.
It was a snake.
The whole story, okay, right here.
And there's a Y.
I'm a young little lad, okay,
Yes,
in
you
the
are.
big building, the biggest building in Shelby, right? And there's different rooms, ball python room, Kaluba room, right?
Mhm.
So I walk into the Kaluba room, wandering the aisles, blah blah blah. As a kid, they're even bigger because you're so small.
They were big
Mhm.
eyes.
And you're like, oh
No
my
matter
Yeah,
how
they
big
were
you
big
were.
right? But when you're little,
Yeah.
so like I'm like down low, and then I notice a snake out, right?
Oh gosh.
And I find it,
Bruce.
and I grab it.
This is
Or whatever.
before Bruce.
I bring it to mom.
but true.
Yeah.
Eric!
Before Bruce.
Eric!
I don't know. There was
Jesus.
a bunch of unresponsible people
Yes.
working back then.
Yes, very true.
Hey, don't
Again.
don't put me in that fucking group. God
I
damn
wasn't.
it.
I said back then. It was
right.
probably
Yeah, way
All
before,
right.
way
Chewy.
before me, dude.
So you
You
find
found
the
a
snake.
snake.
find it, go to mom. I'm like, this thing's named Snaky now. And I just like kind of watched over it ever since.
And that was your story. It's a
Then it
snake.
died.
So where is
died?
Snaky
oh
now?
shit.
Yeah, I
It's in
watched it.
Snake Heaven?
I grew up, and then I just watched that thing perish over time.
What?
What do you mean? What?
It just got old? It just
Yeah, it
old?
got old. I'm old. The thing's dead
You're
now.
not old. I don't even know
You're the
what Snaky
youngest
was.
person
I don't know what
here.
Snaky was.
What does that make us?
Wasn't Snaky a
Old as
pumpkin
fuck.
corn? I think it was a pumpkin
I don't
corn.
remember.
There's not even, like, no one even breeds those anymore. Remember the pumpkin
Yeah,
corns?
it's a shame.
No, but
They're
I
fucking
have one.
beautiful, dude.
You have
Remember,
one?
I got that mayo that looks just like a pumpkin
Oh,
corn.
okay. Yeah, I don't even know if I don't even know what the genetics behind that whole thing was. Jev says, "Hey guys, Jeve,
Jevish.
Yeve,
It's
is
Chev-
it is it
It's
Yev?
Chevy
Chevy?
Chase.
Chevy.
It's Chevy
Went over and
Chase.
said another one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, me and my wrestling crew have a huge show this weekend. I sent you all deets in your Instagrams. Where was that?
In your DMs. Check your DMs, Bri.
Yeah, I don't check DMs ever. I don't. I
We never
really
check
don't.
DMs, brother.
I was worried about getting hacked again today because I've been getting these calls, which are I know total bullshit, but
Saying you got hacked?
no, like they're coming from like different numbers saying your Apple iCloud
Yeah.
has unusual, blah,
Yeah, log in now.
Yeah, and
kinda
I'm like,
shit.
whatever. But what happened today that scared me was that I got 2 notifications, like my Comcast email verification and our Patreon. But so I sent a text to Steph saying, hey, I'm a little worried about maybe someone's trying to hack us right now. Not that I'm that concerned about it, because number one, I don't care. I mean, I care that I don't want to get hacked, but
Usually,
we're so
though,
protected now, like we're so protected.
The emails those come from, if you look, are these.
No, but this one actually
up,
no, but
whatever
this one
ones.
actually was from Patreon. But what ended up happening was Steph requested an email from like something from Patreon, and then she tried to log into my email to check the Patreon
Yeah,
link.
yeah. We did
And,
have something go on today
yeah.
that she was taken care of. So I mean,
Yeah.
not a something
Yeah.
like that, but we
But
were
you know,
doing
it's always
something in
it's
there,
always
so.
like but like I
Yeah.
said, we're pretty protected. I mean,
Oh my God.
we've learned
ridiculously.
How to, yeah, we've
Oh,
learned
man,
how
I
to.
got-
It's a pain.
I've got to build that protection myself because like I'm just slowly adding things as I go.
No, yeah.
along,
What we
but,
did
yeah.
was we went from our password being password 1 to 1-2.
Oh, you guys.
So now it's
crushed it.
password 1-2.
Sometime 1-2 star.
1-2 star, yeah, with a capital P. So now that
Sometimes lowercase. Just
sometimes
to mess,
lowercase.
so you
It tries to confuse the hackers with the different things.
It's the little things, just as hints,
Every other.
hints for you.
for the longest time, mine used to be Tater Tots 1.
Nice.
That was it.
Nice.
Oh, I tell
I
you
knew
what, man.
another
Sometimes
kid
I'd
with tater
capitalize
Nobody-
it. Sometimes
nobody
I
had ever guessed
wouldn't.
that,
You know,
tater
like
tots.
Tater
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tots.
ours are
kid.
literally like 15
Those stupid
random
generated ones that
ones.
you'll never know in a million
Yeah,
years.
and like
I think those are great,
if
especially
they're
if you
not
have them written down and stuff
if
like
they're
that.
not written down, you're fucked. 'Cause
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
Never, ever.
Yeah,
Well,
and we
I
don't keep
totally
them on
get that,
any
but
computer.
but
We don't
honestly,
keep
that's
them
how you
on-
keep them secure.
Well, we don't keep them on any computer, any device, anything like that. They're written down and hidden away. So as a matter of fact, I don't think I could log on to 90% of our stuff because I don't
Can't,
even know where it is.
Because when I ask you, you're like,
yeah.
Well, me and Jessica literally bought a notebook just for that reason, like where we had a binder set up and everything, where it had like we have one that's like for our budget, and then another one for like passwords, like things that have to do with, like auto draft or anything like that, anything that's
nowadays
reoccurring
you have
payments
to,
or anything like
especially
that.
because what's more annoying than the fact that, okay, you have to change your password again. Why do I have to change my password every couple months? Because now, guess what? I never know what that fucking password is. Because, like, if you make me change it every couple months and it can't be even similar, my brain can't come up with that many things.
Oh, you want to know? Like on top of that, what becomes a bigger pain in the ass, and I didn't realize it until now, that because I've actually owned a phone for a little longer than 6 months. Yay! I didn't break it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Apparently, with like the new iPhones, you have the Face ID, right? Well, like you can have all your passwords saved to that and da. But when then you have to do changing everything like that, you have to go manually into it and change it, or otherwise it just adds on to more and more, and then it becomes confusing because you go to the same site that you had been before and change the password to. It's just going to guess the first one, and then it's like all of a sudden putting it up. Then now you're getting locked out of places and all that. So I didn't realize that, and I was just like, wow, what a pain in the ass! I've got to go through and like rechange all these and stuff like that. What was the point in this now? It's not convenient anymore,
Did we get past Buffy?
No.
Oh, as far as the
Yeah.
snakes, are we
All
still
right,
talking about snakes?
Well,
Yeah, let's talk about these
we're
things.
circling
'Cause
back.
these were
So
fun. These were
Buffy,
fun.
Buffy the Puffy.
Oh, yeah,
And what was the next
Puff
one?
Adder. Yep.
Bert,
Oh, we got Burt Reynolds,
Yeah, Burt
the timber
Reynolds.
rattlesnake.
Reynolds.
How do you expect to get through this list fast? There was like 30 up there.
No, there's
I
only
got a
like-
couple
there's
more,
not-
and that's
there's
it.
only a couple more, yeah.
I don't have a name for the for my male spitter, so it was
Squirty.
just Sphinx. Yeah,
Squirty.
I don't want to do that
Now you do.
because the
Now you
sexual
do.
reference there is just
Yeah.
too good.
Let's just call it Oops.
Birdie. Birdie.
Were we live on that one?
Oh
Where
yeah,
you were-
yeah.
Where you were talking about that.
He got
That
me
was
right
funny.
here on the arm, and I was like, "Oh man, thank God I didn't have any open cuts or anything like
Yeah.
that. That would have been kind of bad."
Yeah.
It was an afterthought, and I didn't say it. It was one of those things where
Do
I
you
was
remember-
like, I said it out loud and didn't realize I said it.
He was
know?
like, oh,
remember-
shit, I didn't realize I said that.
Do you
out
remember
loud.
when first time we were in Australia? We were up in Gosford at Johnny Weigel's Australian Reptile Park, and we had been down at the Easter show in Homebush, and I was all ripped up from monitor lizards. I mean, just like tore up, just
from the
tore
show.
up.
Well, and
Yeah.
the roughies, and like there was all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff at that
I was
show
just like,
that
I was
tore you
like,
Oh my
it
God.
literally looked
Dream
like
come
I
true.
went through a minced
Yeah.
meat thing, and so we go to John's, and it's a venom lab. and,
a meat
Yeah,
grinder, not a
yeah,
mince meat, just a meat grinder.
Whatever.
Just swimming through
whatever.
Right, it sounds like a Christmas pie almost.
Yeah,
It's a
it
mincemeat
was.
grinder.
Yeah. Christmas pie of
I look
Brian's
like minced
shit.
meat. I don't know. You guys get the point. The thing is that remember John had me milk a tiger snake at the venom lab.
Oh, shit.
And I was holding this jar of venom with the cellophane on the top. And of course, there's going to be some leakage and stuff like that. And I remember Tim, who now runs the reptile park for John, was the head keeper at the time. He just like slowly walks over and goes, "Brian, why don't you let me get that from you?" He takes it away and he goes, "Look at your hands, dude." He goes, "If that would have dripped on your hands, you would have been envenomated, man." And I was like, I didn't even think, because I'm just like
Of course,
swinging
you
this thing
never
around.
think.
I'm
You're
like,
just
"Wow,
like,
I got
you know how cool this is looking.
Oh, dude, I get it. I totally get it.
But I mean, I was
He's just,
I
like,
was just
in the
open
zone.
wounds, and I'm just like tipping around a venom jar, like.
Yeah,
And,
me and John are on the same level. Like,
So,
Why didn't you have gloves on?
So before people start
exactly.
thinking,
Gloves, no
so,
gloves.
Oh,
before people start thinking that I do silly things with the cobras or anything like that, that is actually something I have written down on both cages. Like it's literally says,
Don't do stupid
spitter.
things.
No. Yeah. I mean, if you want to
Bruce?
condense it all into
Bruce.
one phrase, don't do anything stupid. But so it says spitters, wear eye protection, like cover gloves and stuff like that. I usually wear rubber gloves before
This
I
guy,
fuck with these guys.
he doesn't listen to any of the rules.
No, I
Last
don't.
night,
Oh, shit.
struggling with doing some home renovation, right? Got a drill. He's got fucking
It was
sawing
bad. It
things.
was bad.
He's like in the wall and shit, just and he's just
Yeah.
like,
It was bad.
This.
right?
Oh,
So
no.
I'm downstairs. I'm
It was
comforting the
stupid.
dogs, right? I'm just like,
Oh yeah,
calm down,
Zeus is probably
puppies.
freaking
No,
the
no,
fuck out.
Phoebe was
really?
losing her shit because
Oh my god, I can only imagine containing that dog.
Exactly.
Holy hell.
So there's all this ruckus going on upstairs from you, and all of a sudden you hear a
you
scream.
hear
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, this one's bad. This one's bad. Oh no.
That is true.
I'm
I
just
was
like,
concerned.
oh, what the
fuck?
fuck? I know he's using saws. I know he's
What the
like,
fuck?
I'm just like, he's fucking lost an arm. My hand's gone.
bad or like
Oh, that's not a sound you want to hear at all. Oh
And I go up there. He's like, a screw hit me in my eye.
Oh my god.
So the good news was, this is the good news. Obviously, there's the
he's not blind.
The good news, there's the pokey end of the screw, and then there's the flat end of the screw. I was trying to screw this into the wall, and it flew back. I like slipped, and it sprung back, and the flathead hit me
And there
square
was-
in the eye.
There was no protective goggles.
no
No
protective
glasses,
goggles.
nothing.
But
Wow.
if the other hand would have hit me, because it hit me with force. I mean, like to the point where it felt like someone punched me in the eye.
Yeah, you
'Cause
said
I was
you saw
pushing-
stars.
I saw stars.
Holy cow.
If that would have been the pokey end, that
It would have been inside his eye.
in my eye.
And so when he's screaming, it
This
said,
is
it got me in my eye. Yeah, exactly. I thought that. It was in his eye. Like I was like,
Right.
oh, this
Yeah.
is
No
bad.
one
There's
was
blood
prepared.
everywhere. I was
Right,
just like,
something's sticking
like,
out of his eye.
this is gonna be
So I
bad.
actually have a funny story to share with you guys because that just so reminds me of this. So like I'm fishing, all right. So like I basically I was on my kayak, so like I was in the middle of the river and stuff. So I'm tossing towards the shore, and unfortunately I got hung up on this one big piece, and
Oh,
the
no.
lure, the
You're like-
lure. Yeah, the lure I was using had
This is
about a
horrible.
3/4 ounce weight on it
Oh,
because I was doing what we
no.
call punching, but I was trying to get it tossed out and I got too far. So I was trying to get it back. And when I got it back, I'm talking about it went like this. I pulled my rod
Bing.
past me and that thing went square right there in my eye. I literally, just like you said, saw stars and I was just like,
Yeah,
Jessica!
That hook could have been like that. That hook could have been bad. Let's hit a couple
That's
super
why
chats real quick before
I
I'm
wear
sorry, and-
sunglasses.
oh, dude,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
good.
blame you.
So Stephanie says finally have her power back on after 2 days after the tropical storm here in Connecticut. Yeah, that was that. I think like the people up north got hit harder than the people down south.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Really?
so I'm glad that you're back, and I'm
Didn't
glad
even know
that
anything
everything is
happened.
okay.
So happy to hear
Yeah, I
everybody's
don't watch
okay.
the news, so it's like I just heard things here. Jared said, I hope you're all having a great evening watching on my lunch break at work. Can't wait to come visit next month for my 22nd birthday.
Awesome. Can't wait to meet you.
22.
Yeah, it'd be
Happy
awesome, man.
birthday,
Good-
It's a
Jared.
good year.
Alan,
it
I have a
is.
ball python and I'm moving in a couple months. How do I go about shipping him or taking him with me? You can either literally just put him in a bag. If it's just a couple days, put him in a bag in a styrofoam box. Or if you want to ship, you
Ship
can use
your reptiles or
well,
what is
I
it?
don't-
What's the
not
other one?
ship your reptiles. Something maybe a different reptile shipping company.
What is it?
I don't remember.
Oh.
But yeah, there's
A
shipping
better
companies
one.
out there.
Just
There's
look for
shipping
a
companies
better
out
one.
there. We won't get into that beyond that, but yeah. Ashley says, "Hello from Colorado. Any good tips for first-time boa owner?"
Have fun.
Yeah, I mean they're really. They're,
I'd love to know what kind of boa though, but yeah.
well, you know, like
Gerald.
boa constrictors are like the perfect like big snake starter, right?
Oh,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
dude.
like if you're gonna have a big snake, boas are because they're chill, they're easy.
Yeah, they're hardy,
Yeah,
they
they're
do good.
hardy. They do good. I mean,
Doomerals.
so yeah,
I
doomerals
love
are
the
great.
gray.
Yeah, doomerals are
Just
amazing.
Gray's
yeah.
one of the best colors, man.
I
you know,
I will say this. Be patient with it. Because I will tell a lot of people, like, when they get in the boas, they already expect that same sort of demeanor that you get, like, at a ball python.
Yeah.
Where it's sort of a
Boas are
little
different.
bit more tamer, a little more chill
Yeah.
right off the rip, and they're
Yeah.
a little more scared of you, basically,
Yeah.
is really what it is.
It depends on the kind of boa too, because like we get those Argentines
Oh,
or those
yeah.
other
I love the Argentines,
which
but
have
yeah,
an
they're
attitude.
nippy
They're-
little things.
and they hiss.
You know, it's
Oh
They've
my
got that
gosh,
hiss
yeah.
that like
Yeah.
scares you, but
you know
it's
what's
all
interesting
bluff.
is
Oh,
that I wanted to
100%.
get I wanted to get some Argentines.
Of course you did.
Because we used to work with them. We used to breed them for years. And
Oh,
then
dude,
they
you know
became-
I'm buying some.
And then they became like,
don't like 'em.
well, right.
I love 'em.
I've always loved
Oh,
them.
I
They've
love
always
'em.
been one
Oh,
of
I
my
love 'em.
favorites. But they,
Logicatas too. Get some Logicatas.
Nah,
Yeah,
you're
they're-
good. You have them.
but
I will. I will.
believe it
I
or
will.
not, remember with last year we could hardly wholesale them for like $40. They're $500 a piece right now.
Good for the people who have them. That's awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
like Bob Guerrero, I think Ancient Reproductions has like the Max Pink Argentines.
Yeah, those
Holy
are cool.
moly,
I think,
those are fucking
honestly, I think-
jaw dropping.
I think everything is like up right now.
Yeah, all the
Because
prices are up.
I've been
'cause
looking.
the selling's
and,
good on the
yeah,
market right
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
On anything.
It's a good
from
time to be a
colubrids
snake
to
breeder.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
All right. Shiafi says, I'm persistent, y'all. What's Brian's thoughts on yellow-throated plated lizards or glass lizards? I've never worked with either of them, to be totally honest with you.
either.
I mean, they're really cool animals, totally cool.
Seen pictures, they're cool.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever even played with them in person, to be totally
Are
honest
they
with
ones
you.
that you see much in captivity, or are they
Yeah,
mostly
I
just
think
wild
Josh's
caught?
Frogs has some glass
Yeah,
lizards.
yeah.
If I'm
I
right.
don't know. I think maybe. I'm not sure. But I mean, I've seen them. I just don't think I've ever messed with them too much. So, but they're very cool. And that's the thing. There's a million, cool lizards. Jessica just brought up, what are those lizards that are frog something lizards, frog-throated lizards or something like that? Do you know what I'm talking about? She just said she wanted to get some. They almost remind you of the predator. They're like a bearded dragon, like an agama, but when they open their mouth,
Oh, I
the
know they
sides-
have the
yeah,
sides.
the
I know
sides, like,
exactly what you're
curl
talking
out.
about.
I've
Jessica
seen a
showed me
picture.
this, and
Yeah.
I'm a little annoyed at her because she had not really talked a lot about
Okay,
this.
yeah, she-
but it was
yeah.
so funny. I just immediately thought of the tawny frogmouth when you were saying. all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was just that was my
tawny
immediate-
frogmouths are great.
Oh, those
we
are
saw
cool. I
those
love
down
those.
in
My
Australia.
favorite
Those are
bird.
an owl. That is super cool. Remember we saw those at the Australian Park. Pat, hey guys, enjoyed the virtual tour, Brian. Just to hang in there. All we can do is take it one day at a time. Can't wait to see if Ivy accepts Aries. We will be on that here in the next few days. Ivy and Aries. I think you guys will be excited about what happens there. Pat did her. This is her third virtual tour. She did this one with Morgan. We hung out with her a little bit, but it's just super great. Supporter of ours. So we really appreciate you so much. Boston Kissinger. Hey, y'all. Love from Nebraska.
Woo, Cornhuskers.
Now,
Woo.
so,
Thank you, boss.
so are the Badlands in Nebraska?
Are they? I have no idea.
I think the Badlands are in Nebraska. See
What's
if
a
I'm right.
Badlands?
I thought that was in Arizona.
I think it's where is it at?
Oh, it's a park.
So, how many national parks are there in
Is
South
it
Dakota.
United States?
South Dakota. Okay.
Do you know?
How many states?
National
How
parks.
many
are
national
there?
parks
How many
are there?
states are
There's
there?
like I think 89.
Not one.
I think something
gosh,
like
I
that.
don't know. How many national
yeah.
parks in the U.S.? There's
62.
62.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was
that's a
62.
lot.
You know what I'm gonna do?
We've been to a
I'm
couple of
gonna
them.
do
In all of them?
62 vlogs where I'm driving.
Yeah, we had a family. One of the
Look at-
families
idea.
that
Look
came
at-
this summer
it
in the
starts right by us.
in the
Look at right
RV.
there. I go bingo, go up to Maine, go
That's what-
down the coast,
Yeah.
shoot up, hit that, go left, and then just ride the
Go
wave.
have fun.
baby.
You
That's
pretty much
awesome.
just
But
ping
that's
pong
what-
it through.
Just
Yeah.
vlog it the
That's
whole
what
time.
that family does. Every
do it.
year
Yeah.
they see at least one or more national parks, and their goal
And it's only going to
is
take them 62 years.
Well, no, or more because they take an RV and go around. But like
We're gonna do
their
that, by the
goal
way.
is, I think, by the time the
We're
kids are out
doing-
of college, that they
I
will
looked
have
at-
done them
I
all.
looked
I'm like,
at,
that's pretty cool.
I looked at
Our
RVs.
family never did that.
I looked
That's
at
pretty
RVs.
cool.
That's why I'm gonna do it now in
Yeah.
1 year.
I looked at RVs.
Yeah.
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 You can get like a 38 to 50 footer for about $250
not
to $300 a day.
buying a
No,
fucking
not
Let's
just
just
RV.
buy
I'm
a
not going to
boat.
buy it. I'm going to
Come
rent
on,
it.
guys. Let's just buy a
I'm
boat.
gonna rent it.
Come on, get in on
You know
this.
what we're
This
gonna
is
do
your job.
tonight?
Tell
Tonight
them,
we're gonna
let's
watch
buy a boat.
RV
with
again.
Robin
Yes,
Williams.
we're gonna watch it again
No,
tonight.
we're gonna
so
enjoy
we
it.
We're gonna
can
watch
so
RV
we can
tonight.
also relive what's literally gonna happen to us.
we're
And
gonna-
since we're talking about buying a boat,
You're gonna
watch
drop-
Captain Ron because
Yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah.
also what you
That's
should
a
watch
good-
when you're
that's a
talking
good-
about buying a boat.
That's a good movie.
No,
Oh,
as
yeah.
is RV, but we just don't want to live that. No,
No, we're going to go on an RV trip.
You're gonna take the CBD dropper and you're gonna watch fucking RV. Okay.
and you're gonna realize, ooh, this is not a good idea.
I didn't like the fact. So you guys did the CBD oil, and neither one of you felt good the next day.
You're so
no.
silly.
That's
So-
I
not
didn't even
true.
feel good
That's
the
not
next day.
true.
I had a headache prior to taking it, and I was like, "Oh, my fucking
Well, it didn't
neck's
help
all
you,
messed-"
did you?
That didn't help you, did ya?
Well, listen.
So
I don't even know what
actually-
the hell that shit was.
So,
but, like,
so I do have experience with CBD, working in some
Fucking
ways and not in
ridiculous.
others.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to put it that way. So like a lot of the times that I've always noticed it is it does often help with anxiety, but you have to realize like usually when I'm experiencing that level of anxiety, I'm also combining that with THC.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Which
like
I
that,
can't do, yeah.
Yeah, which obviously, yeah. So that's often where it kind of comes into conflict, because to me, CBD is really useful if you are combining it with THC.
Yeah.
What individually to me, I just do not have a lot. I don't have a lot to say about it personally. Now, I know there's people who have
Yeah.
accounts of it. But
I feel
personally
like
do
people
not have
who
a lot.
don't use the THC probably have more experience with the CBD
Right,
because
without
they're
a
less,
doubt, yeah,
right,
and I
because they
believe
don't
that for
have
sure,
the other
yeah.
thing, because I think it's
Yeah.
like anything, like your tolerance and stuff.
Agreed, yeah.
But my whatever had nothing to do with that. You know?
Yeah, me neither.
We just
Well, no,
had
all I
a
know is this
super
is
long
no.
day,
Listen, this is.
super
Let me
long
tell the
whatever.
story.
And
Let me
we
tell
were
the story.
also
I kinda wanna hear
up all
this.
night watching Harry Potter
Yeah.
on the
Well,
couch
let
and
me-
both
let-
fell
let me-
asleep.
Then I
Well,
didn't
well,
have
yeah,
a good
exactly.
night's
And that's
sleep.
why.
Well, let
is
me-
And
why
that's
I
why
fell
we
asleep.
fell
listen.
asleep.
All right,
is
all right,
'cause
that's
we listened
another
to
subject,
CBD.
guys.
Okay,
It's about the Harry
okay,
Potter.
So stop. This is the deal. All I know is you guys did a little CBD. I was like, I'm going to
Of
go to
course.
bed, and at 2 a.m, you both are on the couch sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
wrong with that?
So that CBD
You don't want
knocked
that?
you out.
You don't
No,
want
that's the
that?
point.
Knocked you out.
You don't
Life,
want
So
that?
does
life knocked
Benadryl.
me out. It was Sunday night after a
don't want
fucking
that?
long week of hell.
It was
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
what knocked my
You don't
ass
want
out.
that.
Hey, Benadryl also knocks you out.
Why were you up
I
at
would
2
have had a
a.m.?
better night's sleep.
Yeah, ain't that the
Because I was
truth?
worried.
Ain't that
Take
the
the
truth?
CBD.
I would have heavier sleep with
Exactly.
Benadryl for sure.
Because you were worried.
I was
Equaled
worried
my
that my
ass.
family was abducted by
Because-
aliens.
Because he was worried because he didn't take the CBD.
Those
You know,
mother
that is one of my
aliens.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
one of
need
my
to
concerns in
chill
life.
out.
I wake
need
up
to
one
get
day
you
and
a
my
fucking
family's just gone
cucumber,
forever.
you need to chill.
That's one of your irrational fears.
Yeah, I wake up and you're just gone.
We're gone.
Like your phones are
One
still
day,
here.
One day we're just like peace out. Like we're
No,
all
yeah, you
gone.
leave
The
your
dogs,
phones and everything.
Next Thursday.
Like fucking what's it called in the fucking the Avengers movie where everybody just disappeared in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah.
Thanos took out.
Oh
Like
no,
a
yeah, and,
2/3
and
of
that
the-
Hawkeye dude was just like,
poof, gone.
son,
Yeah.
Where's
daughter,
everyone? Yep.
where are they?
Where is everyone?
Yep.
Okay, we got turkey.
Turkey lipstick.
Turkey lipstick. Seen a guy.
tasty.
Seen a guy take a siding nail in the eye. Ooh.
Oh.
And
That's
it
what
stuck.
happened to you.
Yep.
Yeah, almost what happened to me.
Yep. Wear safety glasses, people.
Okay.
that safety
what is this?
goggles.
What is this?
Gretel.
Gretel.
Hansel.
So I saw this email, by the way, Gretel, about Bob Clark having T positive albino rainbow boas. The thing is that I'm not. They're $7,500. I'm not interested in
No,
working
Gretel.
with. No, I'm just not
No.
interested in working with investment quality animals. I'll spend $7,500 on a really cool display animal for the reptarium, but I'm not interested in buying something as an investment. So thank you for looking out for me, but
you.
it's just way outside the wheelhouse of what I want to do. Like BHB isn't about selling investment quality animals anymore, and that's an investment quality animal. So thank you for sending it. I want cool looking animals that people can buy for under $1,000, and most likely $200 to $500. I think that's where my wheelhouse is at BHB.
Imagine if we were just pimping out $2 snakes. Bingo.
$2,
bingo,
$2,
bingo.
$2.
Yeah,
$2 snakes aren't worth producing.
It
I've
is
done
if
plenty
you
of them.
sell 'em in-
Ashley, a reply to what my boa is. She's a boa imperator, so a Colombian boa. She was sold to me as a Colombian red tail boa, but not found out where. When I got her, she was a BI or BCCI. So she's just a Colombian boa, which is cool. That's awesome.
Very, very often they use the term
I know, and
Colombian
I
red
read
tail.
so
and I know they're
choppy.
not true
The
red
problem
tails,
is
but
that
that's
I
what it
read it in my head, but I don't
But
talk
you only
it.
say person.
Yeah,
It's so fucking confusing.
that's
That sounds like a monkey. Planet of the Apes is over here.
well. Can someone else read the super chats? Because that's the problem. Is like I literally read them in my head, but I don't talk what I read. You know, so I get all
Just slow
confused.
down, baby.
I
Just
know, I
Read
need
it
to-
slow down.
Remember?
Just go
You're
like.
supposed to do
Remember that.
everything
I set
50%.
50 to
take a deep breath.
70%. 50 to
70%.
70% is what I'm supposed
This
to be
part
doing.
of the checking in podcast is going to be breathing exercises.
Yes. I think that's it.
Breathe
You
in.
have to turn more into like a smooth jazz kind of Brian.
Saudi
Like
guru.
say you're
Yeah.
say you're going to be that host.
Dad,
like,
Dad, you know what I just?
What's
I
that?
really hate to burst your bi bubble,
buy bubble.
I hate to burst your buy bubble, but
And don't.
Drink more water.
are you sure?
Yeah, don't do it. I don't want to hear about it, please.
But
Seriously, if it's something
already
bad,
stressed.
if it's something bad, just don't tell me.
Don't ruin buy for him, okay? Don't ruin it for
Dad,
him.
I think it's like
For every
I
buy,
think
drink
it
2
could-
waters.
I think it could be part of the reason of your problem, and I literally just realized it.
No.
Are you?
I know because it has caffeine.
Yeah.
Like, added. It, no, it's seriously.
You don't think that's
yeah,
enough?
No, I don't drink that many of them.
What?
No.
It's only like
No.
it's only 55 milligrams of caffeine too. It's not a whole lot.
But you don't even drink. Never mind. What? Anyway,
Yeah, it's very low.
Still
Okay,
55 milligrams
Brian,
ain't shit.
why don't you keep one of your Crebos at the Reptarium? Because they hate the Reptarium. We tried to keep Crebos there.
Because they hate
They
them.
do. They
They
just.
really do.
They just
really
don't.
do.
They just don't like to be
Yeah.
on display like
And
that.
that's
They're
the
a
thing
secretive
that
tried
animal.
so
We've
many.
realized
tried,
with
yeah.
different animals, right? We've introduced them to crazy, beautiful, big, whatever
Yeah,
enclosures.
enclosures.
Some animals love it, and
Yeah, some
others
don't.
like it at all.
Right, like we couldn't do adult mangroves because number one, they hit all the time, and
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
my god, they would never want to eat for us.
we had a
like, it was
boa
a
that we
struggle.
tried that just didn't do good. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so it's like not only, and that's the thing. Like,
have to
I guess
dial
it's
it
just
in.
like people. Every animal's different, and every animal wants and does good in different situations.
Speaking
Yeah,
of an
yeah.
an-
Some of it's a personality thing.
Yep.
Like some
Yeah,
are just more
speaking
susceptible
of an
to
animal
it.
that we do work with that's at the Reptarium is Love from Elise Lynn in Wyoming. Would you ever keep a Mandarin rat snake? We actually have Mandarin
yeah.
rat snakes, and we even have one at the Reptarium.
His
So
name is Oz.
His name is Oz, and
Because
we've
he
been
looks like the
keeping
yellow
we've been
brick
keeping
road.
those guys for years. So
We are. I'm working on getting a new group just because our old group
yeah,
is
it's
getting
getting
very
old.
old.
Yeah. We produce. We a guy named Larry Keller years ago was the first person to actually captive produce them in the U.S.
Barney.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
to call him Barney.
Barney,
Uncle
and,
Barney.
yeah, because he always wore purple. And but he, so we bought that. We bought some from him in Baltimore, Maryland, back in the 90s.
Back in the day.
And so we were one of the first people to produce them as well because we had captive bred ones. And it's one of those situations where 99.9% of imports that you can buy relatively cheap die. 99.9%.
No,
You can't
captive
keep them
is the
alive.
way to go.
But
Yeah.
captives are like almost like corn snakes. They do really, really well. They raise well. They eat well. They produce well. So we've been producing them since the 90s, and they're super cool
I'm
animals.
going back and forth with our friend Amy and
Yeah,
doing
Amy
a trade
Zirkle,
maybe
yeah.
for
Yeah.
some different
I mean,
stuff.
that
What do they
Mandarin
want?
rat Aussie upstairs eats
want-
like a champ.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, yeah.
great animal.
Crushes.
They want some of the snow Texas rats.
Ah, that's good.
So, yeah.
Good. And those are het leucistic, by the way, too. So those are dope. I like those a lot. Vince, why am I reading these? I asked you guys to read
I take
these things.
CBD
I
in
can't see
vape
that far.
form for nerve damage and stress, and it works.
There you go. In
Awesome.
vape form. Okay, vape form. So that
Oh,
way you
man,
can
you gotta look at
can-
that guy over
you-
there.
You've
Yeah.
done that, right?
That way you
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Jay,
don't buy the
not
ones
you.
at the gas station. Those ones are sketch, dog.
Yeah,
Those
you
ones
got-
are like
yeah.
fucking.
Well, the thing that's nice about this
opium
is
or
that
something.
he can cure his nerve damage and get cancer, lung cancer at the same time.
Yeah,
so that works out
exactly.
well.
It's always something with
Well,
you.
you know,
that
you got
well.
to choose your poison, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
have lung cancer. I'm good with it.
Oh yeah, you're good with
All
it.
right.
All right.
Margot says hi from France.
Ooh, from Brazil.
Just got a Morella bready
Ooh,
yesterday.
bready,
Seems
yeah.
comfortable already. Could you talk about these pythons in the vlog? They are great snakes.
Yeah, I've talked about them. We have
Me
one.
too.
Yeah, we've had
They're
one
one of my
named. Yeah,
favorites.
we have one named Darwin. That was
sweet.
at the Reptarium for a year or more. He's now back at BHB, but Darwin. So Brettles. Let me tell you a little bit. Remember Casey Lazick produced the first Brettles?
Yes, I do.
And we bought. So this was a crazy story. So they were $15,000 a pair for Brettles when he produced
Wow.
them. $15K a pair. We didn't buy them. We didn't buy them at that point. But like the next year, they went down to $7,000 a pair, and he produced a bunch of them. So I remember him reaching out and going like, "I have like 42 Brettles that I'd like to sell you," and they were like $3,000 a piece, you know. So I'm like, I got that 120 grand. He's like, well, they're male heavy, so I'll give you a really good deal. And so he comes back and he says, I'll give them to you for 50 grand. And I was like, great deal, but I'm not interested. I don't have 50 grand to spend on a bunch of Brettles, carpet
Yeah.
pythons.
Right.
Ultimately, over the course, and I love Casey. He's a great dude, still around, still doing well. So ultimately he drops them down to $300 a piece, and so I bought all 42 of them.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
Which
So-
is still a lot of money.
It was still like 12
which-
grand.
Which comes to my next that I just want to talk about. So I was just telling Jessica we were talking about TV shows,
crazy.
and the newest TV show that we started watching was this
Oh my
Island
gosh.
Renovation.
Yeah, Island
So
Renovation.
this couple,
Island Renovation?
Wow.
Oh, and
Renovation.
this-
This
it's
couple
literally
from
me,
Canada,
yeah.
they've got like 4 or 5 kids, decided to buy
I think
a
I got
run
3 kids, but
down. No, there's a lot more than 3.
okay.
Some you don't know about.
But they
Yeah, that you know
bought
about.
a like broken down resort in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
and they're
shit.
like, all right, we're gonna redo this. We're gonna
Yeah,
put
he's a
everything
contractor.
we
She's
have
a designer.
right.
into moving to the Bahamas and redoing this
Yeah.
and opening it. So we're like, okay, like it's interesting. We just came across it, and then we're watching it, and as we're watching it, like I'm just feeling so anxious, which
Yeah.
isn't me, but
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like I feel like I'm living this because I have lived this. Like this is literally
is
our
literally-
life.
it is
like
literally
every
our life.
day,
It is.
another thing happens. It's like
Right.
another 50 grand, another 150, like
Right,
and then
yeah,
this and this, and I'm just like, this is crazy. And then you're looking at me like, I feel like this is our life too.
Yeah, it's like I could
No
feel-
doubt.
poor
I
people.
completely. I wasn't getting it until you said that, and I was like, you know what?
And that's
Honestly,
what you were
yeah.
just saying. That's exactly it. Because nothing is ever $100. It's always
No.
50 grand, $100,000.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the same thing. It just must be in my blood because like I started looking at like a little bit of accessories for my truck and shit, and like it started off and it was just like, oh well, this one thing I want is $1,000.
Did you also see what it does to your insurance?
And then I don't give a fuck about.
He's
that.
not going to tell
Yeah,
him.
that's
So-
the question.
I don't even look at that shit. I'm
Starts to
gonna learn
expand
hard
at that
about
point.
that. I
It's
don't
gonna
fucking
start
know.
to expand.
Burst in my bubble, guy. But the point
I'm
is,
sorry, I love you,
is
bro.
that I was buying. It just went up a lot. You know what I mean?
How much it was the end
It's a lot
result.
more now.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I'm
that's
saying?
the thing. It's like,
Let's just keep it at
next
that,
thing,
guys.
yeah,
it's
it's
kind
just
of
like
hurting.
any wormhole, right? At first it's 1,000, and then you blink your eye, and it's like, holy shit, that was
But
100
literally,
grand.
so
Like,
so we're like, first off, this I think there's like I think they're on season 2. We watched like the first 2 episodes of season 1. Or
Oh my
whatever.
god, this sounds
And,
addicting. This sounds
I mean,
super
it's pretty
addicting.
funny. Like, it's good, and it's
Yeah,
whatever.
they got good.
It sounds like
personality
House
and-
Hunters because you're just like, I have
but
150
more,
grand.
but more because that's
Yeah.
what you're just thinking. And like I said, there's so many relatable aspects like
well,
of
it's
our
so
life
close to
that
our
it's
life because
crazy.
we've done so much. So it probably, like, I'm sure it's a popular show because it's it's a good family. They've got a good dynamic. It's an interesting story.
Yeah.
For us, it's probably more relatable because it could be us.
Oh yeah.
But the
It
thing that
has
I
been
feel-
us just in different.
Yeah, and they were like they were
businesses.
gonna open up at 6 months, and now they're like a year into it, and they're not even close to being open.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine they
And just
have to
every
be
day
they
is
have
another
to be
shit
at,
show.
at least $700,000 over budget, at least because every time they're like,
You've been
oh,
there.
yeah,
that's
exactly.
what I'm saying.
That's
That's,
what I'm
why
saying.
I'm
Oh,
sitting
you're
there
damn right,
and like
dude. Oh
I'm
my
enjoying
gosh.
the show, but I'm literally my chest is
Well,
tight.
remember
I'm
when we
like,
did.
seen that? Seen it? Oh,
I've
seen it.
literally lived this. I know.
Remember when we were doing the Reptarium 2.0 expansion? We didn't even write the first check, and I was $50,000 over budget.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I was 50,000 over
yeah,
budget
I know.
before we started.
I remember you even saying that to us, and we were just like,
I was like, what the fuck?
And that was just
Yeah,
because,
wasn't even there. That's what I was too.
and that was, and you knew that I mean, I think we ended up coming about 120,000 over budget on the Reptarium build, the second one, about 120,000
So
over
I kind
budget.
of feel like I know there's probably not that many people that could relate to these people. So
Right.
I kind of feel kindred spirit.
oh man.
but
It's like
I
you kinda wanna
see
meet
you.
'em
I
and be like,
feel
oh.
you. Like, yes,
But
I
in the
do
end, I
understand.
But in the end, but this is the thing that I think of in the end that's very tragic is that,
Yeah,
in
I'm
a way,
thinking right now
yeah,
they
you're thinking like-
probably are open and COVID has fucked them.
Oh,
yeah,
because
I mean, they
nobody's
probably
going on
finally got to the.
vacations.
They probably finally got to the finish line.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we can finally make our money
I
back.
want
This
to
is going
look
to be
into
super
it
impressive.
and
then,
go.
yeah, I would almost want to go just to be nice. And the
Yeah.
thing
So
is, because it's
which
in the
island?
it's
Bahamas or
I don't
something?
know.
It's-
It's on the Bahamas.
so it's a
Ugh, I
large.
can't
It's not
remember.
Grand Can or Grand.
It was
I
something
can't.
with the
It's not
sand-
NASA. It's not
sand
NASA or whatever it
something.
is. It's supposedly the largest island, but the least populated island. But it is
Nassau.
absolutely beautiful. It's not, not Nassau. But it's the problem is there's only like one flight a week there, or you have to take a boat, and it's only ferries like twice a week, stuff like that. So it's pretty remote, but it does look really cool. But that's what I was thinking too, is like these guys probably were $1 million over budget, 6-8 months behind schedule. And when they finally got a chance to open, COVID hit.
Yeah.
I mean, they're screwed,
hopefully
right?
for them, they did get some time in before.
Yeah, because
and then-
TV can be a year behind or 6 months
definitely,
behind.
but-
But I can't imagine that they're living life really good right
But
now.
it's one of those things that I don't know. It just hit me, like I said, because A, it was a good thing, but
Pull
B,
that shit
like,
up, Jay.
You don't
Can you
get
pull up
to,
Renovation Island?
There's not
Renovation
that many
Island
people
is
who I
Renovation
feel
Honestly,
like
like
Island
I'm wanting
that
open?
are
did you say
relatable.
this was a Netflix show?
No. It's it
Hulu?
wasn't
Can you
Netflix.
just pull up? Is it open? It's just put like, is it open?
It's,
Is Renovation
was
Island
it
open for business?
HGTV? Is that what it's on?
Okay, so it's right here. Did it ever open? Here's what really happened to the resort and the
Yeah,
island.
HGTV.
Yeah. So did it? Let's just keep scrolling until it says if it opened or not. Did it ever happen? It goes back into history. Started filming, and I think these guys were maybe like Instagram stars before because
Yeah,
they
you
were talking
saying
about
that.
how they
They're
like
following and stuff.
whatever. Was
Yeah,
that
winter
ever-
of 2019. So they actually
Yeah, they were open.
they got to
got open
open
right
prior
before
to
COVID.
COVID. So hopefully they got enough money back before COVID to weather the storm.
I mean, you would
That's
think
all you can hope.
you would think with the channel and stuff like that, they would have gotten a lot of.
Oh my gosh! And then they had a
Did
hurricane.
it? I just saw
Yeah, they
that.
got
Oh, because I was thinking
Dude,
that
life
too.
sucks for
I'm
them.
like, they're on the
Yeah,
Bahamas.
just before the grand opening, the hurricane
Ultimately,
hit.
did not hit. Okay.
Oh, well, that's good.
But
That's good for
affected
them.
friends and family. Because Jesus, because that again,
Oh my
I feel their pain because that's the kind of
Yeah.
shit that happens to us. Like,
But look at how they write that, right? They write it so
Yeah,
that
they
the
write-
whole paragraph you think that hurricane destroyed it until the last sentence.
But it
That's
says.
Oh, by the way, this is
It just
unnecessary
missed.
information.
But it does say there is the headline: the Renovation Island Resort is currently closed. So it is currently closed. I'm sure
well,
because
I
of
don't know what
COVID.
this is and if
But
it's current, but
Well, I think that.
Well, shit, yeah, like it's not just this channel, but like
Yeah, it was in June. That was
like-
just
So,
yeah.
okay.
So they're closed.
even the stupid
Yeah.
like. So I have a bit of a confession to make to you guys. I have a sort of a guilty pleasure, and that is really horrible.
Feet.
Oh God, no!
I like feet. Can you show me your feet?
no, get the fuck out
All
of
right,
here.
everyone, please DM scales and things.
Oh, you
Your
fucking
as many
pictures
feet,
of your feet.
as many feet pictures.
I will, dude. I will literally forward everyone to you. I really hope they do, so you can get to look at every one of those
Scales
feet,
and
because I
things.
will fucking vomit.
Scales and things, as many feet
So,
pictures
okay,
as
you're-
possible.
Stop it, you asshole! Fucking dick.
Your guilty pleasure.
So one of my hugest guilty pleasures is really bad obstacle course like a game or movies or shows. You know what I'm talking about? Like so you have like Ninja Warrior,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Titan games.
What
you
was
have
that?
like
What was the one that
there's
was?
a tag one that had the fucking the Watts. JJ
I like
Watt
the
and all
the
them on
funny
it.
one, the one
One
that
that
you.
was on
The
G4 or
like the
something?
Yeah.
the Japanese one.
Oh, dude, that was one of my
Yeah.
favorite fucking ones.
that
dude,
was
back
the
in the
best
day,
one.
oh,
That
that
was
was
the
my,
best
oh
one.
my god,
Yeah, that was
that
the
literally like took my life in a whole nother direction right there. That
Yeah, there you
the
go.
whole
What
show.
was that called? What's that called? The obstacle game. Yeah, Wipeout. Yeah, Wipeout. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even
but there
thinking
was
that.
The Japanese
MXC was the
Wipeout.
one I was thinking about.
The
Yeah,
Japanese,
MXC.
yeah, a Japanese Wipeout was the best. Then they did an American Wipeout. That was still good. Speaking of this, and I'm sorry, I want you to get back to what you're saying, but
Oh, go
but
ahead.
I just saw that David Dobrik got a show on Discovery Channel about dodgeball.
What?
A dodgeball competition show on Discovery.
He took
No, he's-
Dodgeball the movie
no, he's-
and turned
Well, this
it
actually
into
kind of
reality.
ruined what I was gonna
Actually
say because I
does.
was just
Can you
getting ready to
punch
say
We
that.
got a team.
Can you
Let's
punch
go.
that up for me?
Oh, dude, I totally down.
Dodgeball.
Are we gonna
Discovery.
be the?
I tried out for dodgeball in high school. I loved dodgeball. It was my
So there
favorite
it is.
sport.
It's called Dodgeball Thunderdome.
Oh, dude.
And
I
it's a
think
new
that we should
Discovery show.
have the Reptarium dodgeball team.
Oh, well,
Let's do
rock.
Oh,
Let's
we
do
would
it.
totally do it. I would totally do it.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
So that's wild, huh? I mean, that's crazy. So, anyways, your story. Finish.
Well, honestly, that kind of actually like put it to bed there because I like
You
my
just
want
like the
dodgeball.
shows.
well, no, it wasn't that I like the shows. I was gonna say that like you probably can't do those types of shows anymore because of COVID and stuff like that. But obviously, like
Yeah, I can.
David
Yeah.
Dobrik
Yeah, it just-
probably can.
It's like all I can think of now with Bruce is that That
Feet.
scene from
Feet.
Mr. Deeds. I like
the Blackfoot.
feet.
The Blackfoot scene.
I like the feet.
I really fucking hate feet
gonna
too.
stab it with
This
a
is what
poker.
makes me upset about this. This is like the exact opposite of the things I like. I fucking hate feet. I don't even like my own feet.
Yeah, we did have this conversation.
Yeah,
'cause
like
the fish spot.
yeah,
You're like,
I can't.
no.
Yeah, fuck no. I
I will
can't
change-
Don't you
feet.
like you shower with socks on because you hate your feet?
Oh
so
no.
I'll,
I sleep with my socks on, but
I'll
yeah.
change your socks every morning. I'm gonna change your socks
'Cause that
each
makes
I
morning.
love that. We should watch Mr. Deeds.
Oh, Mr. Deeds is a classic, man.
Look out for the Blackfoot.
Okay, so listen, Devin says, I watch the vlog every morning, and it literally has changed my life. 483 frogs.
I thought I was reading.
Vlogs in a row without missing a day. Thank you, and I appreciate. Seriously,
Love
thank
the
you so
frogs.
much. I appreciate. I'm glad you like our frog.
Oh, dude, you
no,
fucker.
seriously,
I
thank you
totally
so
thought
much,
it said
man.
frogs too because I can't see it from here. Like,
I'm so thankful for you. Seriously, thank you so much. Let's see. We've got Chris says, "Oh, yep, there's the
MXC,
MXC.
yes.
Love
Yep.
Japanese one.
Yeah, that was
yes.
a good one. Yeah, that's for sure. Jake, most extreme elimination challenge with Kenny
Blankenship and
Yeah.
Nick Romano.
Oh my God.
Yes, dude. Oh my God, that was the
Cannonball
best
is
host
the new
ever.
Wipeout on the USA. Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's some good stuff. But you know, some of these Japanese shows are crazy. I used to watch that G4, and
Oh, I love
literally like
G4.
they're crazy.
Yeah,
in
the
Japan.
stuff they do is
G4 and
insane.
Spike, those are my
they
two
have
favorite
no
places to
regard
go.
for their person. Like,
Oh my
that's the
God,
thing that I
yeah.
love because they would literally balls out, like do anything, and you'd see a body like move and fall and like do stuff in a position where you're just like, how are you not dead? And they don't even care.
No, here's the best part because actually, like if you look at like American versions of these types of shows, like when something like that happens, like they make a huge dramatic piece about it.
For
the
that-
ambulance get called in.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
they're fine. You know, and that's all they say at the end of it. And like these motherfuckers, they're like, huh? You
I
saw him
remember-
kind of dead in the water. Done.
I remember literally. I remember one night watching. I have no idea what the show. It was like a variety show from Japan, and it was like studio audience, and they would pull people down from the studio, and they would have to do something like, and if they were able to do it, they would win some prize.
Interesting.
It was like almost like the old Monty Hall, like show or whatever. It was really bizarre. Anyways, the one thing I remember is that the guy had to come down and put his nose right in this other guy's butt as he was farting.
What?
And he had to stay there for like 20 seconds. And this is a Japanese show
Like
that is on.
seriously, how much? Like you would do this shit to be on TV, and how much fucking money? You couldn't pay me enough money to put my
Who pitched
nose
this?
in somebody's
Who pitched the
ass.
idea? Like,
This,
oh my God.
But this, I mean, the studio audience loved it, Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no! I would have gotten out. I would have walked out.
And then at one point there was, I remember the same exact show, because I think I only seen the show once. The same exact show, they took a guy's underwear and then did like check to see if there was either like urine, semen, or poop in the thing. Like
What the fuck show were you?
It was a
watching?
crazy
What the
show.
fuck
It
are
was a
you
Japanese
watching?
show on G4.
Did you go to the gas station?
he just walked all the way over there.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some
Oh,
food.
some fit
I'm gonna check out Bill and Sally. Say, hey, what's
All right.
up, bro?
So
You
that-
know, hey, Brandon, what's up, man?
Feet pics that.
Yes, you gotta check your DMs, Bruce.
Go
All right,
fuck
Jim.
yourself. Go fuck
Oh
yourself
my
with your
gosh.
stupid fucking
You
feet. I hope
missed
you
it.
fucking.
Dad
I hope
told
you
me.
lose 'em.
Every
I
single
hope you fucking
person out
lose 'em.
there,
Dad told everybody to
scales
send
and things,
Bruce
go follow him over on
Stop it!
Instagram.
Hashtag hot
Feet.
Hashtag hot feet.
I swear to fucking God.
Hashtag Bruce's feet.
That's easy. I could just delete my fucking Instagram. I don't need your fucking feet in my
That's
life.
all it
Fuck that
takes.
bullshit. I do
Potterhead.
not need it that hard.
Potterhead is back in the house. Bruce, I'm exact same way about feet. I hate them. I hate mine. Only feet I can handle are baby feet. Also, we got snow corn named Onyx. So
Hey, you know
baby
what?
feet
You
are
can
right
do a
now.
little better than I can because I can't even stand baby feet. Get them fucking stupid goddamn things out my face.
You know
Fuck
what's got
you.
cute feet?
What's so gross about them?
You know what's got cute feet?
What?
Is that baby squirrel that your mom was playing with the other day?
That-
That
oh,
has
yeah.
cute.
Honestly, I will. You know
I
what?
didn't
I
even
can
look at the
submit to
feet.
that.
It
They
was
were
just
so
cute.
Oh, dude, that whole
It ran right up the
everything.
tree. It was happy to be free.
Oh,
Lori
poor thing.
literally, Lori
Like, why'd somebody
literally was
catch her?
playing with a baby squirrel.
I guess he said it ran across the street and almost got hit, and he saved it.
Oh, yeah, well, fucking let life be life.
She got rabies.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm
I mean,
saying, you
I got my
probably have
rabies
rabies.
shot. I'm good.
No,
That's
you
what it
didn't.
is.
All right.
You're like fucking
Can't
like,
forget
like Snow
Guy
White or
Guy
some
Lelouch.
Lelouch.
From Dodgeball, right?
Oh,
Guy
from Guy
Lelouch.
Guy-
Oh yeah.
You
Guy
heard about
Lelouch.
that, Noah. You weren't here. Did you hear that David Dobrik has a new Discovery show about dodgeball? It's called Dodgeball Thunderdome.
Fuck you know about dodgeball?
I don't know.
apparently-
but
What
we're
do you
gonna-
need to know about dodgeball?
I said
Throw the
we're
fucking
gonna
ball.
get a Reptarium team and go compete at
David
whatever
told-
this
David
dodgeball
told-
Yes,
is.
dude, that'd be so baller.
David
would
would,
kill
yeah,
him.
David would
That'd be
totally
punny
let
you
us on
would,
the
but
show if
that'd
we
be so
Knee
baller.
brace, I'll be
Let's
good.
do it. I'm down.
I'm gonna
fucking
start
down.
training tomorrow. I've got the wrenches, and we're gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
You
throwing.
can dodge
Oh
a
my
wrench,
God.
You can dodge a ball.
I'm gonna go get that fucking that stupid little riot shield that I gave Eric. I
There
just-
you go. Yeah.
I wonder what that show's going to be like. But I find it interesting
It
why.
sounds fun.
I wonder why David would want to do TV.
Why would he
After
not?
all-
I'm
well,
sure.
No, he would
Yeah,
make
we're
so.
both the same.
No way. There's listen. Do you
People will do anything for the money.
do you remember that I had a show on Discovery Channel, so I know what they pay?
Yeah, but
Do you remember you're not David Dobrik?
exactly.
It doesn't matter.
I was gonna
It
say.
doesn't matter
Well,
because
same
even if-
thing. Well, look
yeah.
at Liza. She's getting paid for whatever she
Well, no,
moved
but
on
that's
to.
different though. Liza's doing big things. Discovery doesn't have
don't know.
budgets.
You don't know what he got offered.
Maximum. Like, okay, let me give you an idea. No,
How
no,
do
no,
you
seriously.
know what his maximum is?
No, what I'm saying is that the
It's all
maximum.
speculation.
I know.
No, well, it's not really speculation because Discovery Channel, we know the budgets that they've had for, say, Mythbusters. The
Right.
reason Mythbusters got canceled is they were making $25,000 an episode. The two main guys were making Adam, and they couldn't pay them $25,000 an episode, and that was their number one show at the time, Mythbusters.
Right,
So there's
right.
no way they're going to pay
Well,
David more than
maybe-
they paid Mythbusters.
Listen. Maybe David just wants to be on TV for fun, and maybe
Right.
David really likes fucking dodgeball.
Well, I mean, like honestly,
I've never-
honestly,
I don't know
I
about
could see,
that.
I
I
could
mean,
see the
maybe.
potential to brand out to customer base you didn't have. You
How'd
know
that
what I
work
mean?
out
Like, I
for
could-
Coyote Peterson?
It doesn't always work out for
Well,
everybody,
that,
right?
yeah,
Like-
I can see why that
But, that,
didn't.
but that's a chance you're willing to take.
But I don't
right?
know.
Like,
I mean,
why
it
not?
depends on what this is. I don't know what it is. We'll see if it ever takes off. But it has potential, like you're saying. If
I
it
like
fits into
dodgeball.
that
But
genre
it is
that
weird,
you guys
though.
are just
Discovery,
talking
yeah,
about,
but why
you
would
know,
Discovery-
more
I'm
than a
down to watch it.
nature
But
show.
where would Discovery put a dodgeball show on?
You know what? If they were smart,
I mean,
they'd
honestly,
put it on
yeah,
at like
100%.
7 or
This-
8
this
o'clock,
whole thing
where the
is grasping
kids
at
and the
straws.
family would watch it. Don't put it on at 9 or 10 when they're sleeping. You put it in at a family hour.
Yeah.
You get tons of
No, I mean,
views.
don't get me wrong. Obviously, Dave's a friend of mine, and I hope he does well, and I hope the show does
all
well.
the success in the
Obviously, you know, I'm just saying I think the whole thing is bizarre. I
It's
don't
something
understand.
Well, it's
different.
important people
And
are
you know
critical
what?
about these types of things, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
important that you are, and everybody is, because
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think there
Is
would
it?
be
I think
any.
people
I
are
think
too
the only show that I would do.
like you always have fight, like
I think the
50-50
only-
on both sides, right?
I think the only show I would do is number one Netflix, and number two would be like Renovation Island about building a reptile.
You're going to be
zoo.
the Adam Sandler, the next Adam Sandler of Netflix.
No,
You
no,
can
I
just
would
do-
wanna
like,
be
like
Renovation.
5 or 6 different ones. That
I'd
he
wanna
does.
be-
That'd be sweet.
I'd want to be Renovation
No,
Island.
I don't
but
want to be
for a
any
reptile
of
zoo.
this. It's
Dude.
bad enough I live it. I don't want people seeing it
There'd
on
be
TV.
termites and-
Like, yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
There is. There literally is. in my life
You'd be
already.
buying like a property in Florida, and then all of a sudden the Republican moves in, and he's just like, "You can't buy this. This is our land."
What Republican does that?
Exactly. All of them.
All of them.
Ever heard of Native Americans?
They're not, Native Americans are Republican, are they?
No, they got fucked by him.
Now they are. Their ancestry line
Whoa!
is.
What happened there? I'm lost. I'm lost. Let's back up.
They're
a
getting
second
me
here.
too.
Yeah.
Anyways, land gets stolen. It's never really yours.
No, well that's true. What do they call that when the government
Oh,
takes
look
your
at
land back?
okay. Jake
Called
Lewis has
mine.
got a
What
mean
is it?
throw, and he's going to try out for our dodgeball team.
Okay,
awesome!
fuck yeah.
Send us your resume
Love you,
with
Jake.
the video of your
Jake.
throw.
I want
Jake.
We will
accuracy
let
here
you
too.
know.
Wait
Yes.
a second, Jake. Two things. Number one, we need you to send us a video of your dodgeball, and then we need you to send your feet picture to Scales and Things on
Go
Instagram.
fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
I also want
Every
a
bit of
video
this.
of you
Every
dodging
bit
a
of
wrench.
this.
I want you a
Dodging a wrench.
video of you dodging a
And
wrench and
lots
throwing
of-
a ball.
I am forwarding every foot picture
can
to Brian
spread
Barczyk, so
those
if you want to send them to me, go ahead.
Well, we want to see the webbing. We want that webbing.
Fuck
And you got to have
Fuck
some
you
foot
too.
cheese in there.
Hey,
Foot
hey,
cheese.
that's okay. I can add you to it too.
Come on, yeah.
I can afford both of
Someone,
you.
just
someone
do
said,
it.
"Did Coyote Peterson's show bite the dust?" Listen, I think Coyote's show was really good on Discovery. I think it was, on Animal Planet. I think it was a great show. I think he did great. But yeah, it bit the dust, unfortunately. And it's done. He was originally signed to 3 seasons. I think there was a kind of a guarantee for at least 2 seasons, but they dropped season 2. They didn't renew it. So he's done. But he's now dedicating himself back to YouTube and doing very well on YouTube, which I think is where he should have done from the beginning. Just stay where he's at. Yeah, same thing. Like I don't see any scenario where
It's true. It's true. Look at Bruce's face. They're sending him feedback.
He's just shaking his head.
Oh, that's a good one. Danny DeVito's feet.
I got DeVito's feet apparently. All of you, everyone that sends me feet pictures can really get a fucking bite.
Look
bite
at
of this
Ashley
one.
says foot picture being sent now.
Damn.
I send my feet pic in the morning.
Oh, she has a routine. What a little
Everybody,
shiesty hoe.
everybody in the morning. Everyone in the morning, first
That's
thing.
all right. You
foot
guys
pictures.
won't get blasted. That's fine. I get real petty about this shit. God damn it. Fuck your feet. Fuck your goddamn feet. I'm gonna get real goddamn petty.
He's gonna get crusty.
Oh
feet.
my gosh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
dude. Oh my
But
god. The crustier I'm going to for sure post. Like if you have a crusty one, for sure.
But I don't think there'd be a scenario where we do TV again. I think
No.
I don't think that
I
we
would
would ever do.
Mine would be if there was
I think you
a
can.
meatball
Or
marinara
not.
sub competition. Like
Like
if
Wow.
it's just me.
Like
That's
to be
very
a
specific.
sponsor.
No, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
If a meatball sub, marinara sub wants to sponsor,
No,
he'd
not
be
a sub,
down.
a contest where I am like the judge. And just like if people make me meatball marinaras, and I am just like,
That's a very
this one's the
specific
best.
show.
This is like this is like that weed show. Like, have you seen that?
This show sounds fucking great.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. It doesn't sound bad.
So I forgot the name of the show, but on Netflix there was this like you made medibles or whatever, and it was like gourmet food. You know
But
what I mean?
edibles?
But edibles, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I forgot what it was
Edibles.
called, but so
watched that
so they
2
would be
Chainz
making these fucking things,
episode.
and I was watching these fucking things, and I'm like, holy cow, this is like I'd eat this shit without the weed.
Do you watch the most
Like, it's good as
expensivest shit episode?
Expensive?
fuck.
No, yeah, that's what
Most
it's called.
expensivest
Most
shit.
expensivest shit.
Is that the one 2 Chainz
Yeah,
is
2
on?
Chainz. And
Of course.
it's a
Of
meta-
course 2 Chainz is on it.
Yeah.
That's like
And dude,
yeah.
he has
Makes
Tommy
sense.
Chong, and he has like a comedian.
Oh shit,
and,
Tommy
like,
Chong was
yeah,
the best for
and,
sure.
They're eating like this really gourmet medible food, but it's all dinner and stuff. It's not like dessert.
Oh,
It's
okay.
literally
No.
chicken wings and mashed potatoes
Okay.
and
Fuck yeah.
all
So how,
this.
how
It's
does
crazy.
that
It was a
work?
good episode.
Because the conversation we
The
just
butter.
had is
It's in the butter.
Well, so it's not
Oh.
that,
Oils
so it's
and
not
stuff.
that much because we were just talking
Oh
about
no,
edibles
it gets
and
you
the
fucked
fact
up.
Yeah, but it
that
tastes weird. Yeah, tastes like
you-
weed.
Okay, so
Sometimes.
you have like
Sometimes.
a chocolate or a brownie, but you're only supposed to eat a little piece. Well, that shit
Ah.
doesn't work for me.
Yeah, if you like
because
do a
I'm gonna
pasta.
get a piece of chocolate or a
Mom.
candy bar, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Well, how does it
Bruce,
work with a meal?
Can I
Yeah,
speak
like you can-
on our behalf?
Go ahead, dude.
I think
I know you know just as
when-
well as
How
I
would a
do.
medible meal?
This is why, Mom. I think that people that don't indulge in much have to go by that protocol.
People
But
that
let's
indulge
say
is
that
like,
if you're an
"I'm gonna eat the whole
expert,
thing."
If you do it a
You-
lot,
there's never
you can
really
eat that
too
whole
much.
Metal,
There's
or
never
meat
really
metal.
too
You
much.
eat the whole
Yeah,
meal.
the whole
and-
meal,
and-
yeah.
Oh
and
my
you
gosh.
would
The worst
die.
thing is gonna happen
Or
is gonna
wanna
be like,
die.
oh, I need to
like-
go to bed.
And honestly,
What?
honestly,
Go to
the
bed.
best like so I've never really had like a really good meal that was like infused with
Oh, no,
marijuana
me
or anything
neither.
like that. But like the worst that's gonna happen to you is you're just gonna get basically the itis. Like if you
Yeah,
had a really
exactly.
fucking full stomach after Thanksgiving, and
Exactly.
you're just like, I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep now.
Well, yeah,
know
but
what
you
I mean?
know,
That's basically
our-
all
See,
it is.
that's
Our-
not terrible.
Our
like,
trainer,
I'm cool
no,
with
but our
that.
trainer said
Yeah,
he did edible
He had
ones. and he said-
horrible.
He
He,
said,
like
yeah.
fucking hallucinated.
Yeah.
He saw like
Yeah, and the thing that was bad.
That might
Dude,
not
I
have been a
don't know what-
medible.
that's what I'm
Might
saying.
not have been a
Yeah,
medible.
throwing up and like seeing
Spiked.
visions of
Yeah, but
shit.
listen.
That's
Spiked,
mushrooms. That happened to me on
spiked.
mushrooms.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like
That
acid.
literally is
That
No.
sounds like
And it was
acid or
like-
mushrooms,
and it
one or
was
the
like
other.
eating a whole cookie. Like
Yeah, so what happened was he said he ate a whole cookie. Yeah, had a terrible trip. Went to sleep. Woke up 10 hours later and was still high.
No, not weird. Gotta be something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way. That sounds like acid, because
No, I'm joking.
acid
I
lasts
don't
for
know.
like 24 hours. You know what I mean? Mushrooms like get about 5. I would say.
Not
I would
the
say
Alabama shit.
so-
The Alabama bush,
Alabama
fucking.
air, dude.
that Alabama
basket.
blotter, bro.
All right, we're
the
getting-
Alabama
all right,
blotter.
Let's get on to Jake here. I'll do my
Yeah,
absolute
sorry.
best with the feet thing, anyways. I'm going to email you right now with my podcast details from last week. I don't know
Yeah,
which one.
I'm
that
gonna
you,
remember
Jake.
your
I really
name, you
appreciate
fucking
that.
motherfucker. If you send me
Dude,
a goddamn
wait,
foot
guys.
photo, I'm gonna fucking remember that.
The
shit.
name
Okay.
Lewis is absolutely beautiful.
Lewis?
Lewis.
You like that?
I might name my kid Lewis.
Like Ray Lewis.
Like when it just like it sounds like an
Lewis-
explorer's name, you know, like
Lewis
Lewis and Clark,
Lewis
like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
well, those were explorers, yeah.
it's like a berry.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
When they were born, they were like, he's going to
shit.
explore.
We should name him Lewis.
Yeah.
What you know when right off the bat you name your kid fucking Jacob, he's gonna be a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
What? Sorry for every Jacob out there.
That hurts.
I said
Look at
Jacob.
One of my
Jacob.
favorite
Jacob.
kids are named Jacob. Thank you. That hurts. That
Jacob.
hurts.
Oh,
my
that
heart.
is true, from the
sure, yeah,
Reptile.
we have a
He
Reptarian
is
That burns me a
Jacob.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Well,
It
I'm
is
sure
hard.
he's not
Hey,
that
listen,
great.
I'm
And it
sure.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I'm sure all the Jacobs out there, you're wonderful.
No,
I said,
not
some
I'm
of them.
saying nothing
Some of
about my
them.
buddy Jacob. I'm saying nothing about it.
Nah, there's a few others I
What
could
about
fucking think
what about Giuseppe?
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe's fucking fire.
I know. You
Giuseppe's getting laid.
Are you gonna? I
That's what I'm
Giuseppe.
saying.
see. Look at
Dude,
I
Giuseppe's
just,
exotic.
I just need a grandson named Giuseppe. I do.
Mom,
I
you
need
got him.
All right.
All the Italian hoes out
It's
there.
happening. It's happening.
Dominicanas.
Jade shut
Giuseppe.
me down.
I don't know
but
what's
Noah's got
what's
my back.
Giuseppe. What is that like?
It's
It's
Italian.
Who
Italian.
gives a shit?
Italiano.
Italiano.
Ah, like a drink espresso. It's
Fugazi.
Giuseppe.
No, it's good. Okay, Mac. Okay, I've taken 10,500 milligrams of THC by eating decarbed hash on two
Dude, that
separate
goes on.
occasions to
No ill somatic effect. Each person is different. Start low, go
I
slow.
like his map.
Yeah.
though. It's a good
Start low, go slow.
I'm
Well,
not doing
honestly,
any of it, so it doesn't
10,500
matter.
is really just.
I'm
like,
not doing any of it, so I can't even do CBD, let alone THC. So
I think I'm gonna do it.
barely
But what I
drink-
told
So-
Noah,
so-
You can barely
basic-
drink a bye.
I can barely drink.
what
a
I told
vibe.
Noah is I'll take a little bit of whatever it is, but then I'll have a normal like freaking candy bar or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
I
what I
have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't just.
Because it doesn't like it makes you
Yeah.
want to eat more.
Exactly.
But without doubt,
Yeah, I
but,
can't
like,
just nibble on something treaty.
It's
Like
dumb.
I gotta eat it
Yeah.
all. So at least, and then we'll just see.
That's why I just do it. Yeah.
shirt with you on it.
I know. It's just, I'm just disgusted at the whole thing.
I'm disgusted.
Remember, I'm going to have to
I
change.
find this distasteful.
I can't even believe this
I'm gonna
is
have to
happening.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what is wrong with a lot of you?
If you showed your teenage version,
Yeah.
So your teenage self right now,
You did
And you
way
showed
more
this
than I
version of
ever
you.
did. Yeah, I know. He'd be
Your 50-year-old
disgusted with
version.
you.
and you're just like, that
You'd have been
kid's
like, what a
disgusting.
fucking, what a drug addict.
Listen, I end each vlog saying that Wednesdays are family friendly and Fridays
Well, that's
are.
bad on you.
Why do you say that?
You
They've never
shouldn't.
been.
No,
If
no.
I'm on it and mom's on it, we don't have a filter.
I know, but we don't normally
That's
talk
true.
about drugs and
Well,
abuse
we're not
and
really
Why,
talking
why are
about-
you making it
we're
feel
not
like my
really talking about
inclusion is
drugs.
the involvement of
Yeah,
drugs
it's
and things
fault.
like that?
What do you
Why are you
want
making me
We're not
feel like
talking about
me?
shooting
Like I feel like
heroin
I'm
or doing
involved
stuff
for
like that,
a
so.
reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a start. We
Might as
saw.
well
No, it's not a start.
We saw
no,
a video.
Let me tell you,
as well
marijuana
start
is
shooting
not the
heroin.
gateway drug to heroin. Would you
Are you-
please
are you-
stop
100%.
telling the lies?
All I know is I saw a commercial on TV with Noah the other day with a bunch of dead people's feet, and they were talking about marijuana use.
Oh, I thought they were
What?
talking about Bruce.
I also saw a commercial
it was drunk
where the
driving.
dog was talking to somebody, and I never have I ever been
Bullshit.
high
That's-
and
no.
fucking had a dog.
Well, actually,
talking
it's
to me.
funny.
Bullshit.
I
Really?
talked to
I
the
talk to
dog.
my
Wait a
dogs
second.
all
I
the
talked to
time.
the goddamn
Zoe,
dog.
Wait a second. Zoe
Just
never
barks
had
back
a
at me.
conversation with
No.
you? Never?
Oh,
Never.
well, she
Just
says yes
always-
or no.
She's like,
Yeah, but you guys already seen that. I've
Or
trained
Paul.
her. Hey,
Paul.
so everybody knows I've trained her to say yes or no. Fuck y'all. All right, I didn't see that
You've
shit.
never had mental
No, do you remember
communication
when
with
we were
Paul?
Remember the other
Oh
night?
yeah,
we're-
Paul. Yeah, all right. So
Rem-
maybe I'm a little
When do I
stupid. I talked to
remember?
Paul.
Remember the other night we're watching TV and there was a movie preview. It was like a guy talking to a gorilla. He was like a keeper or like
Yeah.
at a circus. I think it was circus.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
talking to
yeah,
a gorilla,
yeah.
and it was like he's like the gorilla's talking back to him and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. And it says based on a true story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what does that mean?
I don't know.
Like how can that be
Like,
based
was
on a
it-
true
Like, to
story?
what
Did
level?
Did they have like the
It was a
what
carnival.
the gorilla was saying?
It was a
Yeah,
carnival.
no, it was he was,
was
talking
this,
like
Mom.
English, like blah,
And
blah,
then
blah, blah.
we were like touching head to head and shit, and like say you were the gorilla, and I was just like, I love you, and he was just like, I love you too. It was
yeah, the
weird,
gorilla was
like,
talking, and it was based on a true story. So I don't know what that was about. But
I feel like
real shit.
yeah.
I
think
feel
that's
like the
shit.
real
Do you think
part
that's
was
real?
the
It's
fact
like
that there
Dr.
was a
Dolittle.
guy
I
with
don't-
a gorilla.
Yeah, that's the true
Yeah,
story.
I think that's
I
the
mean,
true part.
I think everybody can have connections with animals because whether it's your dogs or like when I'm in there and I'm like, with say Matilda.
She
You know what
loves
I
you.
mean?
She loves
yeah.
you.
Oh,
and
for
I'm
sure she
doing
recognizes
whatever.
you.
Like, you know what I mean? We're looking at each other's eyes. I'm saying stuff to her. She's reacting. Have I ever physically heard her say anything? No.
No, God, no.
Maybe
I
maybe
sure
if
hope
I
not.
was high,
But I hope one.
maybe I would.
Man,
Well, we
like, please show me the weed you're getting if this is happening to you. Please.
Well, we haven't finished the movie. Maybe it's like a guy in a gorilla suit, and that's why they're talking. Because he's behind it, and he's just like,
Right.
hello.
He's like,
Yeah.
Somebody's fucking with them in
Yeah,
a gorilla
exactly.
suit,
The whole
right?
time.
Yeah.
We don't know. We haven't seen the movie.
That's true.
And it's on Apple TV, if I'm not mistaken.
I hope
right?
one day your mom looks at me like she looks at Matilda. That's what I hope.
that'll.
Well, if you
honestly,
ever give me the look she gives me,
Oh, that's true.
I do.
That's true. Did you ever just kind of go?
Let
Give
it-
carrot, corn, please.
Yeah.
maybe I'll offer you a piece of carrot tomorrow and see how you
I can't wait to see this.
Sweet potato.
There's
Oh,
some
shit.
vlog material there. Green beans, are they your favorite? They're hers.
What does this say, Chris?
Nom, nom, nom.
My girls, Ursa and Vega, hipped my wife and I to the vlog last year. We now have 15 snakes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate that your wife hipped you to us. So that's awesome.
My
Good job.
girls.
Oh,
No,
the
I
girls.
believe they're daughters probably.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
my wife and I, so.
Oh, wife and I. So
Yep.
good. Well, your daughters, I appreciate them. Tell them hi for me, and tell them thank you so much for.
Well,
the
thank you.
support.
Like, it's awesome that you had 15 snakes too. Like, in
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
year. Holy cow,
I know.
man! Like,
So I'm curious.
That's a lot of
what kind
responsibility to
snakes
take
they
on
are.
right away.
Were
Yeah.
they all say like ball pythons, or did you like get all kinds of different?
Every now and
ones?
then, I always feel
Yeah.
like there's this like, so I have like in my own personal like thoughts when I talk to people and stuff like that over and over again. I always kind of think that like when people tell me, oh, I have more than 6 or 7 snakes,
Yeah.
I always feel like, okay, well, at least like 25% have to be at least ball pythons. And that's
it's not
not
always
true.
the
That's
case.
not
It's
that's
not
not
always
always
the
a trait.
You
Of
know-
course, it's never always the person, but
It's
like
always
that's always
curious.
kind of the
They're
one
the
that
Hey,
I
most
got,
feel.
common right now.
Cobra
so.
Keeper Jr. here. He's a cool dude, man. He said, "Hey, Brian." So what's up, brah? So he's
What up,
he's a
y'all?
real passionate guy about about
Cobras?
reptiles. Well, no, just
Oh.
about animals in general. So it's nice to see him on here. It's an interesting point. What do you think? Like, doesn't it seem like everyone ultimately makes the transition from 10-gallon aquariums to rack systems at some point if they
I
Oh,
think if
yeah.
you're going
like
to
what is that
keep
number
a
of snakes?
quantity, right?
Like,
because
is it 20?
you
is
can
it 10
only fit
or is it 15?
so many in a room until you need to have some kind of rack system, which is
Yeah.
why they were created to begin with, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
before somebody made them, everybody had tanks, right?
yeah.
Well, like I
Yeah.
personally have always had a rule in my home as far as my snakes, and like something I actually learned from you was just like like after all the time we've talked about like rack system isn't the future, that kind of
Right.
thing. We want to
Yeah.
kind of move beyond that.
Yeah.
Like and I myself, like I have rack systems in my home, but I refuse to keep any adult animals in racks. So everything's in either a vision cage
or
or a
something like that,
plastic
yeah.
animal's cage or something like that. Like that's what I have adult animals put in.
Yeah, I think that it's a weird thing how the racking thing has changed too, because again, and I by no means am I trying to create controversy with anybody, but
Me.
but have you seen
But
like
you are.
no, have you seen like the newer rack systems that are out for adult ball pythons? They're like half the size of our racks. Like I mean, literally,
So
like
why are they
they're like half
Smaller
the
than a
like literally
CB70?
like half the size of a CB70. Like this way, they're like the same size this way, but like half the width. So
why?
so
Skinnier but long.
they're like almost the same depth, same height, but they're just
I know
like
which
half the
ones
size.
you're talking about,
And-
which I never understood.
And
Yeah,
it's
there's
pretty
no
much
reason.
industry
don't
Why
standard.
understand.
decrease the size?
Why
yeah,
make
it's like
them
inter-
longer but skinny?
Well, they're,
They're
not
not
longer.
making
They're
them
the same.
longer.
They're the
just-
same length.
They're not changing
They're
the
just
length.
they just changed.
decreasing the
They
width.
like maybe 60%.
Because
So
you can
now
fit
like you can
more.
barely because you can fit more.
Yeah.
Now when a female is coiled around a clutch egg, she's literally touching the sides of the box, and I just find it interesting that. As a matter of fact, even Rich from Reptile Basics, I was texting with him the other day, and he said that and he makes racks, and that's what he said. He said I'm starting to go the other way, and he said I think we've, as an industry, taken it a little bit too far with the rack systems because
Well,
he
I
was making
think-
like
We've
baby
taken liberties
colubrids
for sure.
Yeah, he was making those baby colubrid racks with like the tiny jewelry boxes,
yes.
where the snake is just
Because
like
it was, and that's the thing, I guess because we've been pretty much every part of the system, I guess, from having pets to being a breeder to
Yeah.
being whatever. So I'm sure it all comes from every need.
Yeah.
And so like for a pet, obviously you can have whatever, but then once, okay, I'm a person who has so many, then you need like a rack to be
Yeah.
able to fit them in your room. And then you have the professional breeder
Yeah.
who is producing thousands of animals
Yeah.
that temporarily needs to be able to house.
Yeah. Well, I
So,
guess the
you know what
smaller
I mean?
tubs for
So-
temporary is fine, but
and
when
I-
you're keeping adults in something small,
Yeah,
that's a little
exactly.
bit. And I don't want to be a hypocrite because we still keep rack systems, we still do it, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. I just think it's interesting that we're going the other way, where we're getting smaller. And I think that now
you've
that
got lots of people who think different thoughts,
Yeah.
and people are making things for everybody.
And I think now,
know?
I guess now with the Reptarium, and Bruce and I certainly fall in this category, it's like we just see these animals in their behavior so much. It's very difficult. Now, I think ball pythons do great in racks. I
You
think
know,
they,
I agree.
they
I
do
completely
phenomenal
I
agree.
think
in
it
racks.
goes to, like we just said, though. Honestly, I think every animal, personally, each individual has different thoughts and needs because you can have two different ball pythons and one might do awesome in the big whatever cage and the other one might be freaked out and do terrible
I would
and
say-
prefer
Which
the
we've seen
smaller
proved out in
thing.
the
Right,
Reptarium
we've seen it.
time and
right,
time
that's
again.
what I'm saying. So it's not like every single animal wants all of this stuff. I think you have to read your animal.
No, I agree with that. And I think most ball pythons get freaked out by bigger cages, and most ball pythons do better in rack systems. But there's a lot of other snakes, I think, that obviously we've seen, and not just snakes, but lizards as well, we've seen do so well in
Are
larger
there,
enclosures.
Is there an exanthic bearded dragon?
No, I
or
don't
something
think
similar
so,
where there's
yeah.
like kind of more of
No.
a
Well, they
darker
have, yeah,
gray
oh,
kind of.
yeah, there's like
bearded
there's like
dragon.
dunners and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah,
Like-
yeah. It's not axanthic, but there's certainly
Ooh,
darker,
So is it actually
melanistic?
like stay like that gray?
yeah. I mean, they say that that's an axanthic, but I've never
Interesting.
seen one. It's from that all the pictures seem to be coming from that one Padgerep.
It'll be cool because
So I wonder where that is actually
Yeah,
based.
I was
because
just
I-
thinking like how
I'm
I
more
would
of an
wa-
axanthic kind of person.
if I were
myself, so.
right.
But
if I
there's
were to get, like,
dunners.
a
Can you pull up dunner bearded dragons?
pet.
They're kind of a
keep it with bearded.
yeah,
Dunner?
right there, yeah. I guess those
Not
are
at
those.
all.
Yeah, those are not
Not
what
at
I was
all.
Yeah,
thinking.
they're really.
So maybe it was like the zero dunners or something like that. I don't even know. Maybe zero dunners that I was thinking about.
Zero dunner.
So if you go zero dunners,
What were you thinking? Like it was just
yeah, there's like
darker.
yeah, kind of that's what I was looking
Oh
at.
wow.
You know,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
are the-
those are cool. It almost reminds me
Yeah.
of like an
It was a
alien or
dark
something.
zero. Look at that.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's
The
what we're
hypo
talking,
zeros, I
dark.
think they call them weirros or something. What's weirdo? Go weirros. I'm just going off
Yeah.
on the crazy thing.
I think
So
there's
go
a-
crazy shit.
weirro.
Go zero, go Wero, go Vero, go
So those are the
Hero.
white. Those are the white
Hero.
hypos.
Hero.
hero bearded dragon.
So look at the
Hero.
white
Hilo.
hypos are like. I mean, they're like leucistics, man. Look at how dope that is, man.
Wow. Dad, how much?
Pure
Jay, I need a
white.
price.
I think they're like $500. I'm like,
No,
they're not that much. They're not-
500.
Yeah, they're not
let's
that
go
much
buy
for
one
the
right
solid
now.
white.
I'll set it up in my room.
Tonight?
They're
Let's
pretty
go
cool.
right now. I'm gonna
Okay,
name
so
it.
anyone
pretty
that
sweet.
two things I need from you guys. Anyone that knows of a weirdo, let me know, and then send feet pictures to scales and things.
Yeah.
Those are the two things we need to get done
So
tonight.
many feet. So many feet.
Change the name of this podcast.
Jessica's going to be going, what the hell is going on
She's
with
gonna-
all of these feet?
She's gonna be
Only
just as
Jessica.
gross out as I am.
Sniper gang.
That's all right. I
Hey.
I need to lose some weight. Might as well throw up. You know, whatever.
Sniper gang said, "Do y'all think a snake can get high or not?" I think any animal can get high, right?
I've seen a cat get pretty high before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
sure
so
all of
I've
them can
seen
get high.
mammals. Yes, mammals definitely can, but can reptiles get high?
I do know
Dolphin
for a
is
fact
not a
at least that
Dolphins fuck around with pufferfish. or-
Dolphins are a mammal. I'm
go like
saying a
this.
reptile.
Yeah, they try to get the toxins out so they get a little high.
Yeah, and then
Well, you've all seen those.
tough on that boy.
We've all seen the. I'm sure you guys have all seen the monkeys that eat the fermented fruit in Africa. Have you ever seen that?
oh, they get
and
drunk.
they get like drunk.
Oh,
as hell,
super
man.
Well,
shit
monkeys
faced
are
dude.
on our level. They
have you ever seen
know.
the elephants that do it?
Yeah, we
Dude,
talked about
the
that.
monkeys
in the one-
know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they
Yeah,
fucking
they do.
know, bro. Like
No, man.
If there's one
So,
thing I
okay,
know.
you didn't answer, though. Reptiles are different. So, can they get
I think
high?
they can get high.
so.
I think so.
Can you tell? That's the thing.
Would it
Devin's
increase
birthday.
food
Devin's
I
appetite?
honestly,
birthday. Happy birthday,
I don't,
Devin.
I don't think they can.
Happy
Would it
birthday,
increase
Devin.
food appetite?
Like snakes, I don't think can get
I don't
high.
know.
Like,
I
oh,
think
my snake's
reptiles
not
can
eating.
get high, but not snakes.
Give it a little puff.
Edible.
Clinton,
It would, you know what I mean. It, you know,
1978.
it
Thank
would
you.
be really interesting.
To
I mean,
study
I don't
that.
know how you would study it, but there really isn't an appetite stimulant for reptiles.
Right, right,
But
right.
what if you could do some sort of an injection
drip,
of like
maybe a
some
drip of an oil in the water.
Yeah, for like
Yeah.
a picky feeder or something
Yeah,
like
like-
that.
Well,
you know,
like
that's
so with
interesting.
like with rabbits and stuff like that, it's like this is you guys are gonna give me shit for it just for knowing it, but whatever. So like if you actually add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to the water of rabbits, it'll actually make them want to fuck more.
Wow.
So like
I didn't know they didn't ever want to fuck.
honestly,
Right,
believe it or
right.
not, it's actually really hard to get them to go.
I didn't know it worked for rabbits
That is
too.
Really
not
not.
what society
speaking of-
tells.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I fucking said.
So
I was just like,
apple
why
cider
is this not
vinegar gets them
working?
going.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, getting them to
I'm gonna
breed,
go-
I was sitting there going like, what? I put them together.
My dad.
Why?
Lori stops at the store on the way home.
I know.
Just like tons of apple cider vinegar. I wake up to like this.
we need to get your acid up.
I made you some eggs and apple cider vinegar.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Bruce is full of shit.
Oh, dude, 100%. I 100% guarantee you. I had a male that was not doing shit. He was actually getting his ass kicked by the female.
Damn.
So like, I ended up
She
pulling
was
him out.
mad.
I put him back in his home. I added apple cider vinegar to his water, and I swear on God, this motherfucker was the
Horniest thing.
yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. I was gonna say that, but I thought I was trying to be a little more
Viagra
PG.
for rabbits.
So, okay, wait. Interesting. So, next breeding season, if in reptiles
Well,
we're trying to breed and you got a male that just doesn't seem to,
Yeah.
I wonder if you put
Well,
some,
remember-
some of
Well,
that in
maybe
the
it's
water.
something else, but like adding that little bit of water is
Yeah.
supposed to get the pH up on the human on the animal.
I mean, it is a mammal, it's not a
Remember
reptile.
what was it? And I know Jay will remember this. We were at the Sutherlands in Utah, and they were putting a fruit in the strawberries in the incubation box with eggs, and the babies were eating better
Yeah.
because of the smell of the strawberries.
They would send the mice after. With
Yeah, they would.
strawberries.
Yeah, and then they would send the mice with.
I
So they were.
forgot
Yeah,
about
so they
that.
were imprinting the smell on the egg, so that when the baby
Write that
hatched,
shit down for next year.
It's pretty cool.
I
That
forgot
would be
about
so
that, but
cool
I
to
definitely
try.
would try that for
You
sure.
could probably do the
Please, yeah,
thing with
let's
any.
try
You
it.
could probably even put rodent bedding in, and they would send.
Can
Well,
you
we don't
send
have
some-
rodent bedding, but we
No,
could
that's
do
true. I don't-
strawberries.
yeah, I
Can
forgot
you
about
send
that.
like
Oh, we
a-
kind of do that little stuff in the back.
Could you send like
But
a
it doesn't have
human
rodents in it.
belly? Like
Oh,
what
that's
could a
true.
mama human? like keep like her
Well-
Holiday
stomach
hoopy,
wrapped
Waddy.
in like bacon or some shit.
What are you talking about?
And then
Bacon
the-
sounds
I don't know,
really
I'm just
good though.
like thinking,
Well, listen, they
like,
talk
Human
about.
babies
I'm just
eat.
I'm just
Like, what are you
spitballing
talking
shit.
about?
Well, no, but
I'm
that's
just throwing it out there,
But
seeing
in a
if you guys
way-
catch it.
Yeah.
In a way, you think about it, like a human baby, they say you should read to it and imprint
Oh,
on
yeah,
it,
you're
right?
right,
You know,
you're
so that
right.
when it's born, they recognize your voice.
Well, they already
recognize, you know.
do. They always know their
Yeah.
mom's voice because
Yeah.
obviously they're always
They're not
hearing it.
far.
I'm gonna be
Oh yeah, mom should know that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up next to the belly reading like that. Just like
why-
with the book, I'm
it's
be
why
like,
we're so close.
Harry Potter.
not Harry Potter, like some Stephen King or something.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
It.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a really
I
creative
think my
baby.
mom would have done that to me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
She would have done that.
That's,
yeah.
that's the beginning of
But
all of your problems.
It's either going to
That's
be
how
a
you
really
create
creative baby or a really
Fucked up
creative serial killer.
right?
Like,
That's the risk
Listen.
you take.
yeah,
I
you
was-
know what? That's
a risk you
you know what? Just throw it out there. You see what you get.
Hey, Jay, can you do me a favor? Can you pull up Amityville Horror when the original was released?
Oh, dude! Oh my
Amityville
god!
Horror.
I loved it. Oh,
1986.
I know a
No.
lot about
Yeah.
this.
No,
He
Watch.
was, yeah. How old were you when your mom took you to see that?
the original.
The original, OG,
not the
OG.
yeah, the OG one.
Yeah, the actual movie.
1977.
79.
1977.
So close.
So I was 8
Oh,
years
what?
old.
And
I was
that's
8 years old
what Nanny
when
took
when
him to
when my
see.
mom took me to that movie.
Yeah.
And
Well,
why
you-
do you think I'm fucked up?
Dad, stop. You've literally been showing me the most R-rated movie since I was 6.
Have you ever
5
seen?
years
Have you
old.
ever seen?
That is
Well, I
true.
obviously
I've been
didn't
fighting
learn
it my
fine.
whole life.
I'm
So-
fine. I'm fine.
Are you,
yeah,
though?
yeah.
Not so much.
Now
We
we
were
know.
just having conversation this morning how you're not fine.
So,
With the blankie.
oh shit! Let's bring out the blankie. Yeah, dude, I want to hear about the blankie.
No, dude,
Let's
listen.
hear about the
No, listen.
blankie.
I'll show the whole story because she always does this. She puts it in a spot, makes it look super bad. Okay.
Oh, dude, because she said
So I was
blankie.
talking. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
No, it's not.
So
it's
this
binky.
morning- no,
it's
no,
binky.
let me talk.
It's a blankie.
Let me
It's
talk.
not
To
getting
let me
better.
talk
Okay.
to defend myself because she
All right, go
always
ahead.
does
Let's-
this to
Let's
me.
do it.
So I was telling her this morning about how when I was a kid, I used to have a blankie, and it was like my anxiety blanket.
Yeah.
And I would like cry and shit because I would think about how when I'm like an old, right, 80, 90, I'm
Wow.
not gonna have this blanket, and I
my
think
gosh.
like my great grandchildren will never know how much this blanket got me through.
Wow.
Stuff.
Jeez.
And
that's
I would
scary.
think
One of
about
those
this
things.
when I was a
So
kid
wait,
because
let's
of these
just
fucking horror movies and
preface-
shit.
Yeah, because
Wow.
we all had this. Like I had scary shit when I was growing up, and what do? You hide under the covers because
Yeah.
that saves you, right? If you're under the blanket, you're safe.
No, it
And-
doesn't.
and
doesn't
I
say
don't-
that.
Honestly,
wait.
my dad just hit me if I started crying.
then wait.
So you
Well, I
start
didn't know
crying,
it.
like, shut the fuck up.
He
you
was
know
in
what I
his
mean?
room
Like, that's
alone.
pretty
I
much
didn't
it.
know.
My-
He was crying.
And then wait, but that was
Fair enough, you
when
know
I
what I
was
mean?
a
Like,
kid.
keep
She's
'em in
making
there.
it seem
Shut
like
up.
I still have a fucking blankie. Today she's like, no, it's still the blankie. And I'm just
You were
like,
talking
that was
about-
when I was a kid.
You were talking about issues when you were a kid, and I said, yeah, like when with your blankie that you were talking
Yeah, with
about.
my blankie, dog.
Exactly.
See, my mom wouldn't
That's what I'm saying.
necessarily always hit me, but she would always say, "Do you want me to give you something to cry about?"
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
You know,
So-
I
stuff
think
like that.
every good
Fucking
mom
say
says
One of
that.
my earliest
think every
memories,
She
mom
would
says
give me
that.
something to cry about.
legitimately one of my earliest memories. I was 6 years
But
old.
then she would hit me.
and I practically just learned to fucking read, right? Like I'm 6 years old. Like I started like elementary school or whatever, and then I get a book from like the library, and it was overdue, and my dad had to pay for it. And when my dad had to find out he had to pay for it, he took the book, broke it over my head.
So he broke the
Oh, he broke the book right over my head. Then
now he really had to pay for
bought
it.
bought the book and was mad at me for the fact that he
I bet
broke it
you,
over my head.
Why is your
I
head
bet
so
you every
damn
book.
hard?
I bet you every book went back to the library on time after that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Still to this day.
I was the best in accelerated reader programs. I was the
Yeah.
best.
I was the worst.
That's why I never got sucked into that red box thing because I would have had to buy every freaking movie.
Oh my God!
I would have bought every
my
single
brother
movie.
Lee. How many movies?
Oh my gosh, he
How
had-
many
yeah.
movies
Oh
from
my God.
Blockbuster and
Oh
Redbox
my
did he
gosh.
own?
He
So
owned,
like,
He's like, yeah, I could bring this back, but nah.
he
I
paid
think-
like $100 a movie with
No,
all
but I
of
think
them.
I
And
think
look at him now. He doesn't have to worry about it. He's
Yeah, he's got an awesome wife that fucking does it for him.
I I think he knew that Blockbuster was going to go out of business, so
Yeah.
he was just
He
holding
won
on.
He won on that one.
He was just holding on to that, you know. Okay, so we got Clinton 1978 123. Thank you
That's a
so
good
much.
point.
Let Roses Burn, as always, love you. Sending love, Bruce, with your invert collection. What do you think about racks?
Wait,
or
wait,
stackable? They didn't
wait.
seem.
Oh,
to say
100%.
I feel like
Like,
this
if
is
you-
more
if you-
interesting than that.
What?
We were
I-
talking
what
about
Roses Burn?
what
What?
were we just
She
talking
paid
about
for-
before
she
this?
paid for that.
You said, fuck, dude, I fucking forgot. Talk about the damn racks.
No, well, listen. All right, well, let's go backwards.
Because it was
We were
fucking
talking
fire.
about owning the movies.
We're
Owning
talking
the
about
movies.
Lee Blockbusters. We're talking about books.
Oh
We're
yeah,
talking,
you said you take advantage of him because you saw that the business was going out of business, right?
Yeah, right.
Could you actually take advantage of closing businesses by like milking them, like blah 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 blah, and then when they close out,
not
does the debt go
usually,
away?
because what ends up happening is that the bank assumes the debt, and then they will go after your credit after that. So
I don't
the bank
think that
typically,
happened with Blockbuster Video.
maybe not with Block. I don't
I
know.
don't think
You know,
banks
it's hard
come
to
after
say.
people like, okay, wait a second.
Maybe that can be a new
Chase is
scheme.
like, okay, you have this
51st
many
dates.
movies, right? And you owe us $500.
Fucking Chase Bank.
Like that never happened.
Yeah, but the thing is for a business to, you know, like, I mean, when you run your credit report, a lot of times you see things that you're like, what? I literally like didn't, you know, pay my milk carton fee when I was 19. No, I'm serious.
not
though, there's
on-
a
not
lot
on
of-
that kind of stuff. I don't think you see
apparently was
that.
that a thing?
I don't think that. Yeah, there was
Was
never.
there a milk
There was
carton
never a
fee?
milk carton.
What the
He's
fuck
just
is
saying
that?
stupid shit.
But listen,
There was
but I
never
will say,
deposits on
Right,
milk
I was sitting there
cartons
like, what
ever.
the fuck?
Like,
So
Like,
I
I
will-
thought it was a Michigan thing. I was just sitting there like,
It
in the
was not a
South, you don't have to
Michigan
fucking do that shit.
do you know that our house though, when I was,
This is what Brian does. He just makes up crazy shit and like acts like he knows. Because the thing is, if you say it with enough confidence,
Yeah.
everybody knows.
Dude, I believed it. I 100% believed it. I was just like,
Jay-
wow, a milk carton fee? Wow.
do me a
It's
favor.
kind of fucked up.
punch up milk carton fee. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Oh.
Let's see. It's 30 cents per unit. There it is.
No. It's what it says. It
Goodbye,
costs.
milk carton. Hello, milk pouch.
Do you know that my house, literally, when I was a kid growing up, had one of those milk doors?
Yeah.
Yes, my
So
friend.
the milk people used to, because you didn't have
Yeah.
a refrigerator.
Yeah.
So
You get
not that
fresh
I was,
milk.
we had refrigerators when I was a kid, but obviously the house was built at a time where there was like ice boxes.
My
so the
friend
guy
had a
had
house
to
the
deliver.
same thing. It had the little door that
And it
went
scared the hell
inside
out of
and
me.
outside, right?
Yeah,
you
because
could
I always
access
think
the
that-
house. You
yeah,
could
'cause you
literally
think
get
you
in the
break in,
house through
yeah.
the milk door.
You know
Yeah,
that
like,
42%
shit
of
up,
the
man.
population can't drink milk because of lactose.
intolerance.
So like I didn't know that, but like so I like there was a portion of my life where I grew up in a homeless shelter, right? So
me
when I grew up there,
Not
I,
true. You did not.
yeah, no, I don't
Go
believe him when he
ahead.
says that shit.
Blinky.
But so there was
just trying to let
like
him fit in.
powdered milk was what they gave you. You didn't get milk.
Well,
You
I
got
grew
powdered
up in
milk.
Detroit
Yeah.
on Focus Hope, and yes, we also had the powdered.
Right.
It's
Like
cheese.
so bad.
Like yeah,
And
like
it's
I
so
remember
bad. It's like
nights-
water.
I remember
Like
it's
milky
it's
water.
so horrible. And not only that, but I remember them giving us these Pop Tarts, which I'm pretty sure were like fucking like a year old.
Yeah.
And they would have like weevils inside of them and shit like that. Like you'd break them up, there'd be a bug in it, be like, oh, not
Oh,
eating that. You know, I'd be like, well,
That's
I mean,
kind of rough.
yeah, that
So
was
let's-
that's how we treat
so
our homeless
really-
shelters, by the way.
So invert collection. What do you think about stackable racks?
So I actually think this is actually really ideal for inverts. Like,
Okay.
like I actually think like if you have a good sealable rack system, it has to really get because you got to keep the humidity there, right? Humidity is really important with arachnids, especially literally all your arthropods, invertebrates, literally all of them need to some level a sort of humid area. But at the same time, if you start getting into your areas where you're like more desert dwelling, you need still a cross direction of
You need
airflow.
airflow, yeah.
Right. So you have to be able to balance that, and with that you're going to have to need more than one rack system, and
Right,
that
yeah.
does get complicated, and that's where I'd probably say where the fallout there is. But other than that, honestly, I think tubs are amazing for arachnids. I actually hate putting them in glass cages.
No, that makes total sense. By the way, this is Clinton. He is the one that's coming up on the 15th for the Exorcism
can't
Oh, is that
stories.
next Saturday? Not this
That's
week.
not this
but
week, but
okay.
next Saturday's
Wait,
coming up
wait,
for
wait.
Exorcist,
Nobody told me.
Exorcist
Yeah.
Was
stories.
this actually going to be a thing? Or
Yeah,
we
he's
Yeah,
actually-
performing
he's
an
like he's a
exorcism.
more. Yeah, he's not
We don't
performing.
know. We don't
exorcism.
need
I thought you were going to say a
exorcism.
mortician.
On me.
No, he's a ordained minister that for
That has
Jay
done
fucking
something
exorcism.
years. Yeah,
Dude,
for
we need to
20-something
perform
years.
an exorcism on Jay because obviously there's
Yeah,
some
look at that
problems.
mustache, man. Oh shit.
mustache,
That's a devil stash right there. I don't know. Mac is talking about how vertebrates can definitely get affected by experiencing effects because they have what is that?
Why are you still reading
Cannabinoids.
this?
They're just using big
In-
words and shit, dog.
Cannabinoids.
I got this.
Cannabinoid system. So yes, they could experience the
He meant
effects.
endocannabinoid. He meant
endo.
endocannabinoid.
He's
not-
just-
So
he
do you?
misspelled it.
What do you think about that?
So like,
So arachnids. Let's try to get our arachnids high tonight.
so
Let's go right now.
so-
Get 'em.
Who are you?
have you guys ever actually seen
would you
the?
Have
know?
you seen the high spider?
Are they like-
Dad, have you seen the fucking high spider video?
Yeah, the,
No.
the,
Never
one,
seen
with- the
the-
one where he was on
You've
acid.
never seen the stone spider series?
Never.
What do they
Oh,
do?
they'd get a cotton swab and they dip
put
it in some
acid.
fucking
Yeah,
in the
it's acid.
dropper.
And how do they act?
get acid dripper and
So they actually get like
rub its
pure
belly.
LSD and they
fucking
give it to
beautiful.
an
That's
actual
horrible.
true spider,
No, it's
not
not.
tarantula. And they
fucking
actually and
gorgeous.
the idea was to experiment and to see what
How they
the
make
what
the webs?
what they made as far as the webs
Oh,
go.
that's sick.
Right, and it's the coolest fucking thing
That's
ever,
actually-
dude. I'm
that is
talking
actually
about
So
like
they
this.
do trippy
That
shit?
dude, it
Like-
was way different than they make original webs. Like, so they had obviously a control. They had
You should see what
your
happens
typical
when
of that species with
humans
no.
take it.
Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah,
It's
of
fucking
course. Like,
crazy.
there are
Some
some
creative
mind-blowing
shit.
things going on with humans.
So I should do that and then like do some quilting. It's like,
Oh
I think
my
it's a
God, you would
fucking
make-
really
Oh my
crazy
God!
shit.
If you knew what I knew
quilt
about MK Ultra, you
fabric.
probably wouldn't
'Cause
touch that
this is the thing.
shit. But whatever.
I've drank and then tried to do it, and that doesn't work because like I'm not so.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
the
no.
I'm the opposite. To me, when I'm drinking,
Don't
I actually get more
Paint.
done.
well,
so.
not
you're
sewing.
drinking?
Yeah. I get way more done.
Because
Like I
guess
do my
what? You're
yard
not
work.
precise.
I finish everything
This
like that.
shit's
Like,
pretty fucked up.
well, I don't mean shit face. I mean just like sipping on a beer, just like enjoying myself, kind of drinking. Like not like fucking like I need help
Yeah.
drinking.
I need help.
I need help.
Would you like some help?
Yeah, no. Shayla says hi with love.
Hi, Shayla.
Hey Shayla.
Jake
Hi.
is back. Have Bruce
Welcome back,
check his
Jay.
Insta. Oh my gosh.
I think there's gonna be
The
some
Nerds
fake
Corner
pics.
poster me will
Hey, there's
send
about to be a
Dodgeball when I
block
get a
party.
chance.
There's about to be a big old block party.
Oh my gosh. For those of you guys that are joining us late, do me a favor. Send
Stop!
foot pictures
Stop!
over to scales
Stop!
and
God
things.
damn it!
Scales and things. Instagram. Follow him and send him foot pictures.
Piece of shit.
Let's get some hashtags
You
going here.
Piece of shit.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I can't
Oh,
wait to
I'm
see how
getting,
many
I'm
you
getting
get.
him back for this. I'm gonna find a way, and I'm totally getting him back for this.
Good luck.
Hashtag
Oh
feet pics.
man.
Yeah, that's no.
There's
good
nothing
stuff.
really wrong with feet pics.
No, there's nothing wrong with them.
Why
There's
are you so
nothing
good
Oh
good
yeah,
about
Jay.
him.
Hey,
There's
you're on
nothing
the list
good
too, big
about
guy. You're on the list too. You fucking dick. I've had enough of you people. This is bullshit.
You know what? By the
Hashtag
end of this,
hobby.
you're gonna like feet.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna
Yeah.
desensitize. That's how this works.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
desensitizing by the overexposure.
dude,
You guys
Bruce
are making me
is gonna-
sick. Stop
Dude,
talking
you
about
can
feet.
start opening
Next
up an
week-
OnlyFans and you can start selling these pictures of the feet.
Oh, I'm about to.
So it's like publicfeet.com.
Hey, the crustier the feet, the better. That's what it is.
Crusty toes
Oh,
and
God.
and hot hose.
Crusty toes. That's exactly what I'm gonna name
Better
it.
get it real quick.
Crusty
Get it.
toes and hot hose. I'm getting that URL now.
Hey, let me get on my GoDaddy account.
Damn
Before it's
right.
too
Brian
late.
got it.
Crusty
Yeah,
toes
too
and
late.
hot hose.
I got it. I'll sell it to you.
Oh, dude, I'll buy
I
it.
want 10% of the revenue from your feet pictures. No,
shit,
I've been through a lot of therapy lately, and and I think
Well,
I think that
transition.
We can tell.
Transition.
no, but I just think that you need a little therapy about your feet problem. Feet are not that bad.
Oh God, yes they are.
I mean, feet shouldn't be sexual,
No,
but feet aren't bad.
Feet are bad.
Well, some feet aren't good.
that's
Yeah,
true.
thank you.
Some feet ain't good.
Some feet ain't
There's
good.
good feet, and very few people have good feet. Just like,
Oh, I
you know
have
what?
good feet.
Very few people have like nice hands.
Beautiful
like, you
feet.
know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Like, I have the
I could be a
hands
foot
of an
model.
80-year-old,
I
and
mean,
I've had them since I was a child. I just don't have nice. I could never be a hand model. Like, you know
Bruce.
what I mean? It's just like anything.
Jay, I'm gonna need your help on this one too. So you despise feet,
100%.
big toes and
Yep,
all.
yep. Don't care.
Jay,
Fuck off.
Google Megan Fox thumbs.
Nope, already seen it. Already horrible.
I need
Yeah,
the
don't care.
podcast to look.
Don't care. Don't
Megan
care.
Fox,
So,
does
The
her
toe
thumbs,
thumbs,
does
the
her
fucking toe
thumb-
thumbs. She
her
has
thumb
toe
look like
thumbs.
that?
And just get a really good picture of her thumbs.
Look at them toe thumbs.
She got
Ooh,
big toes.
ooh.
and
She got
thumbs.
she got
feel-
bad toe
I
there's
feel
thumbs.
even-
so much better about mine.
Wow,
Yeah,
she does have
exactly.
Like I have better thumbs than she does.
Wow.
Look at
Yeah.
them toe thumbs.
It's
That
pretty
makes me
crazy.
feel good.
And there's even others. Like, pull up other
God.
pictures and
Dude,
shit.
you
Dude.
mean-
Let's
I
get more
feel
thumb
sick.
shots. There's better
Dude,
ones.
I feel sick. Stop.
Aw,
Like,
thank
look
you,
at
Noah.
look at
No,
that
I
one.
feel
would have
good.
ever
Look at
known?
that
It's
one.
making me
good.
incredibly
That's
nauseous. Stop
terrible.
it.
That one's
With the
that's
toe
literally a
thumbs.
big toe. Just
It
hanging.
really
Oh
does
yeah,
look
that's
like
a
a
big
big
toe.
toe.
I like that.
It's fucking crazy. I
So I
don't even
wonder
know how
who
it's
like
attached down
was
there.
the first person that caught that.
Yeah.
Like who was
Oh
looking
my
at
God.
that going,
You know
oh,
what,
look at
though? So many
look at those
people like that.
fucking
Isn't that
thumbs.
fucked up? Because that's how some people are. Like they literally analyze every
Oh,
little
every
thing.
little
She's a
Especially
beautiful woman,
anybody in
dude.
the spotlight.
Oh,
Right.
she's
So you're
gorgeous.
looking
And
for
everyone
something.
just
that
thinks
Who gives
is
a
like,
fuck about a toe
thumbs,
thumb, anyways?
thumbs.
By the way, that would like honestly, if it Megan like Megan Fox is gorgeous.
Yeah,
man.
but you would never even shake her hand anymore.
Yeah,
It'd be
like
weird.
now,
You'd be like,
Because you
could
would know that
could
thumb
put
would
some
wrap
gloves
around.
on?
like the thing is the moment she starts using said thumb is the
You're like,
moment I
"Ah."
start going.
Well, you know what?
you start gagging.
Yeah, what,
You know what? You might have never noticed had asshole never pointed.
I don't know. The short
That's what
thumb
I
I
like
would have
doing.
been an immediate
well, that's
key
the
to me.
well, that's the
Like,
problem though. Like once you notice, like
Yeah.
do me a favor, punch up Tom Cruise teeth. You guys will freak out about this, right?
Wait,
Oh
what's
man,
wrong with
like
Tommy
look
Boy?
how short
You'll
that
be
motherfucker
surprised.
is.
Oh
You'll be
yeah, he's
surprised.
got fucker.
Their teeth, his teeth doesn't line up. They're off center.
Oh my
He's
God,
got a tooth in his
no.
middle of his mouth.
No, I can
So-
never see him the same ever.
Exactly. You never
I mean,
know
I'm
it,
sure
but
we
he's
all-
got, you know, no, your nose is supposed to line up with the
Well,
two
this
front
is,
teeth.
This
There's no
is
way
what
mine
we
does.
say.
There's
That
no way
doesn't
mine
mean-
does.
Yeah, it
There's
does.
no way.
It does.
Kind
It lines
of.
up, yeah.
It's a lot closer than
I just
ours.
don't. I don't want
His,
to talk
his
about
is
teeth. I have
shifted.
horrible teeth.
His is
so.
shifted 100%.
Well, yours are
Maybe his head was still.
Mine are
You're-
gapped.
No, that's
but-
every
but-
picture.
But it's still.
But there's a
lines
middle.
up.
But the
Yeah.
problem is the middle's so
But you know
defined.
what?
I hate
some
it.
people like the gap, and some people like the big gap. Do you ever
Yeah,
see
look
the
at-
Dude,
models
yeah.
with the huge?
That's not people I
want to
meet.
Well, how about Michael Strahan?
Some people
Yeah,
think that's
Michael
hot.
Strahan.
Yeah, Michael Strahan. He's a he's worth $100 million.
Yeah, if I had millions of dollars, I probably also wouldn't feel bad
No,
about
but
my
some
fucking
people
teeth.
do the gap
Like
on
shit.
purpose.
Like you know
because they
what? Like I'm
that
kind of a
look.
poor motherfucker. I'm kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Listen.
Like complete
Gap.
opposite there.
No
like,
offense,
shit.
but you don't have
You
British
look
teeth.
so good with
like,
gap.
That's
I
one
watch a
thing.
lot of
Yeah,
British
we watch
TV,
a lot of British
and
TV.
guess what? They don't give a shit.
That's just
like
because
a
I
lot
don't
of
smile
British
enough.
Every time I watch your stuff, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna start smoking cigarettes.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
We love. I mean, our family loves British TV.
Oh heck yeah, they have
And,
the best shows, but they got
but
the
their
most
teeth
Oh,
fucked
dude,
are
the
up
so
cooking
TV.
bad.
shows. The cooking shows are on point in fucking
The
British
cooking
TV.
shows, the craft shows, like
The craft show,
every-
everything.
I only
Yeah,
I
I
only
like it
watch
all.
the cooking shows as far as British TV, but I love every
I
one
love
of
them all. I love them all. But
Especially the cake ones.
their teeth are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable. Like how did that happen?
Well, again,
It's
you know how
called
it
diet-
happened
it's called
because it's
food
called
diet.
life, and
But they have
the
dentists?
U.S. is
I
the
can't
one,
say shit. I have a
No, they don't.
horrible
The U.S.
teeth
is
They
the
don't
one
have-
that is racist
Like-
and is so consumed about
You're
cosmetics.
talking shit about Bruce's teeth. You're like,
Because guess what?
Right,
Without-
like it's like you're literally saying everything about my teeth.
Literally,
Like
Bruce.
like I have the
Literally.
worst teeth
No,
here.
you don't. You don't.
Literally,
how
every
the fuck
British
did they
show
get
we
that
watch looks like Bruce.
He's right though.
No,
He's
no.
right. He's
Bruce's
100%
teeth
right.
are not bad
Oh my
compared
god,
to the
dude!
shit we see.
Every
You're
time I see a
lying.
picture, I see a video of me
You're lying.
smiling, I see that massive fucking gap, and I'm like,
That is not a massive gap. It's not.
It's
I've
all
seen
right.
way-
not only that, but
What's
one
wrong?
tooth is longer than the other, so it's kind of like weirdly.
That's okay.
shit.
Brian's
Oh,
was like
shit.
that
Get
too
him.
before he got it
It
fixed.
fucks with my head.
Grill.
honestly, I got
I
it
told
fixed was
Jessica
like
that a long time ago.
because
She
they
was like,
fell out.
"I will never kiss you, get a girl." I was like, "God damn it!"
What happened was that when I was 8 years old, I had a gap in my teeth. When
Oh,
I was
yeah,
8 years old, I went over the bars of a bike onto the cement and broke my teeth off. And then they capped them, but it didn't look very good. It still looked kind of cranky.
Yeah, if
but-
you look back in old
Yeah,
pictures
they weren't
or
great,
whatever,
yeah.
they were like the fake ones, and then they had become discolored too. So
Yeah,
like
where the
a
crack
line
was. And so, but yeah, what
discolored.
happened was, I mean, literally,
And
it
you
was
got
like
it
20
fixed.
years. It fell out. They fell out, and well, one of them fell out, and then I just
And then he
we
really loved
replaced it.
hillbilly.
That's
Then he got it fixed.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I remember when I went to the
I just
dentist.
embrace it. I'm just like, all right, you know what? Like, I can't afford to
enjoy
fix it, so
yourself.
whatever. I'm
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
I remember when I
hillbilly.
went to
Got
the
a little stump on the one.
Yeah, that's
But I
awesome.
remember even like after they do like we're gonna do these nice crowns, like for your teeth or whatever, and they grind it down and then they do put these temporary ones in, and they looked horrible. I was like,
big and, like,
yeah, I look like Bugs Bunny. I look like Bugs Bunny.
for like a week before the other ones.
And I'm
came.
thinking like, this is
God.
the way I'm going to look. This is what they're going to look like, you know?
This is it. This is it for me. This is it.
Yeah. So thankfully, when they put the real ones in, I was like, all right, that's good.
That's a lot better because that's what they
Yeah.
do. They're like, this is the worst case. They'll be thrilled with what happened.
Yeah. No, but I've been fortunate. I've always had decent teeth, with the exception of
wouldn't-
knocking out my teeth.
Not me.
Care.
All right. So
Scum
Let
it.
If I
Roses
didn't
Burn
have braces,
says.
dude, mine were like.
Worst part about this, I did have braces. This is what happens when you don't
Now
wear
they
a
got
retainer. See,
Now
and
they
I had
got
Noah
the-
get the permanent ones that he hated.
I had the ones on the
That's
bottom.
why-
That's why, like, these teeth
that's
aren't
why
that
I
bad.
did it. Mine
But
went
you had the
crooked
bottom
because
retainer,
I
but didn't
lost
have a
my
top.
Retainer.
I don't have the top.
Yours isn't bad, then.
It's okay.
Just give it
It's
a few
okay,
years.
yeah.
Just give it a few
Yeah,
years.
no, it's
I should show you what I looked like in high school. I looked a lot better.
Damn.
A lot better.
As far as the smile goes.
It's
yeah.
called life. Life
Yeah,
bothers you.
unfortunate. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah. Very few of us can get better with age, like us, like me and Lori. So
I
we're
hope you.
lucky.
Imagine
I'm
being
glad
like George
you put
Clooney.
me in that because normally you don't.
What do you think George Clooney does to keep his
Yeah, I don't know.
figure? I remember growing up as a kid. Obviously, that's when you grow up. And like I remember just thinking George Clooney was just like who I wanted to look like
Yeah.
when I was older.
No, he's
So
a
if we're
great-looking
if we're
old guy.
thinking conspiracy theories, it's probably because
Baby
he's
blood?
a pedophile. Yeah,
Baby
It's just
blood.
pedophile.
probably because he's just drinking baby blood.
I can tell you a really good diet though that keeps you kind
Oh,
of trimmed up and
you
stuff
can?
like that. Yeah, it's
Corn?
anxiety.
Oh.
Anxiety.
I thought you were going to go with the corn diet.
Get yourself.
You know, after this podcast, everybody shit on me. You goddamn right, I have anxiety. I'm gonna lose a lot of fucking weight.
I tell you, you get a.
I have enough
From the
problems
feet.
as it is.
The feet are going to
Yeah.
go.
Oh, dude, they're gonna make me fucking sick.
You're gonna have nightmares of toes, just like.
Yeah. No, you get a good anxiety disorder, and you're guaranteed to drop 20.
Yeah, for
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
So,
But that
yeah.
doesn't make you look good all
No,
the time. You know?
I feel
it
some
makes
of
you
it
look
is
like hell.
genetics.
Yeah.
And some of it, especially
yeah.
with the stars and stuff like that, you know,
Clooney.
they
everybody.
got nutritionists, they got
Yeah.
trainers, they got all that stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause
Why
he's
would-
been doing
like,
movies forever. So
Why
I'm
the
sure
hell
that's
was he
part of it.
never, James Bond?
Yeah, I
Would've been
wonder if he
perfect
ever
James
got offered
Bond.
that.
Maybe he didn't want to. You know, the thing about about George Clooney that I always liked, and this is probably why he wouldn't have done James Bond,
Why?
is that his philosophy on being an actor is trying to make the people around you better. So his whole philosophy
Really?
of
I like
acting
that.
was the fact that he wanted the other people to shine, and he wanted to take the back seat.
Hence Ocean.
So,
He
uh,
was basically a lead actor with supporting roles.
Yeah, and so yeah, with the exception, he had a couple crazy. Remember that there was that football one that he did that like old
Yep.
time, like in the 20s or something like that. There was a couple crazy movies that George Clooney
Yeah.
did that I really liked. To be honest with you, I like most of his
Ocean's
stuff. The only-
11.
Yeah, I
Blew
love
the
all the
fuck up.
oceans. Yeah, they were.
You know what? The
great.
one movie that was not very good by him though was that space movie with him and Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like shot so well. It was like, oh my god, this is
Gravity?
amazing.
Gravity? Is that
Yeah,
what it's
Yeah.
called?
it was
Not
just
so good.
not very
Not so
good.
good.
Yeah, it was just a.
Honestly,
and
like,
he was in Solaris too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Can you punch up Solaris the movie? I think
Or you
that
don't.
I think Solaris may have been.
Or
It
you
was worse.
don't.
Like Gravity at least was shot really well. And it was pretty.
Still wasn't
S-A-L-O.
great.
But no, yeah, yes.
S.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
S-A-
Yeah, there it is.
Solaris.
Solaris. Yeah, there you go. Yep, it was
No,
him.
it was terrible.
That was a horrible,
Damn,
horrible
that's, like,
movie.
Old though. You can tell. It's
We
like
went to the
80s.
movies for that, and I remember being
was out on
super
DVD?
disappointed.
Yeah, let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
oh,
We were
yeah, it's
talking
out
about
on-
dates
yeah.
and bad movies. You guys, no way have us beat on bad movie dates.
Right,
I
we
just
were
tell
for
you
some
because
bad
any
movies.
bad movie that ever was,
Yeah.
we've seen.
Admittedly, though, it wasn't your first, though. And honestly,
No,
I
but
think
I'm trying to think. Do you remember what the first movie?
What was
we
the
went
first
and
movie
saw?
you guys
well,
went and saw?
actually, okay, it
Maybe
was
Tremors.
probably
Tremors.
well,
Tremors
was
wasn't
that was
bad.
that
Come
at the
on.
movies or
No,
I'm
that was
thinking
at the movies.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Come on,
the
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, no, the other no, not Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
the,
Flatliners.
not Flatliners, the vampire one.
No,
was thinking.
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is a good one. What?
Yeah, no, that was a good one. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was somewhere in that
It was like
range.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think it was somewhere like that. I'm not 100%
Like
sure.
Green Lantern though.
We've seen a lot.
See, I
Green
like
Lantern
I
was
like
bad.
Green Lantern.
I
liked
like
it.
the
I
fact
hated
that
it.
it
I
was a
hated
bad movie and Ryan Reynolds knows it and says it.
And still, and honestly,
fact-
he did good in the movie.
To the
like,
fact, in the Deadpool, he went back.
he was like, "This is a great script." Blow his
Did,
fucking brains out. Yeah, dude.
Did anyone
Oh my
see
gosh.
He
that?
owned it.
Did anyone see that Instagram / TikTok, whatever it is, where it was the reunion of the X-Men? And Ryan Reynolds showed it was like it
No,
was a
because
Zoom.
I don't do
it was
TikTok.
So it's a Zoom, and you had like all the people, like the professor and everyone, like the X-Men origins.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Reynolds shows up. And he's like, "Hey, I'm here. You know, I'm an X-Men too, or whatever." And then they all start like clicking out, like and then it's just him and Wolverine. Like they're the last two that's left. And I love the way that they
I
play
love
that.
it. I
It's
love that back and forth that they
Yeah.
have going on with that, though. That is such
Yeah,
a
it is.
genius
When's the
fucking
new
plot.
X-Men coming out? Those used to be the best.
I think there was supposed to be one coming out, but now nothing is
Yeah.
coming out.
So do any of
We're
you
so
guys
in
have
the-
HBO Max at all?
Yeah, but our
We
TV
do,
doesn't
but we
work
don't know how
with
to access it. Jade's in it, but we don't,
Yeah.
we don't
So,
have it.
so they have the newest one, the X-Men Dark Phoenix or whatever. They have it on
Yeah, I've
on
seen
HBO.
that. Yeah,
Max.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So the
I need
ones
to go buy the Roku.
I will say this though, like if you guys can get access to it, there is a show coming out called Lovecraft Country that is done by Jordan Peele.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is phenomenal
Okay,
looking. It
saw-
looks
okay.
so good.
Yeah,
so
I
I
think I saw
love
it. Yeah, I think I saw it
H.P.
before.
Lovecraft. I love a lot of his stories.
What is that?
It's
It's
a-
a old darker, like kind of Edgar Allan Poe-ish,
Okay.
like darker storyteller
Gotcha.
or whatever. But they did this sort of like whole new twist on it, and just added the stories, Lovecraft stories, to this like already story that's there. You know,
Okay.
like it just the whole idea seems really 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 cool. You have to look
Jordan
it up.
Peele's very
Oh,
inspirational
dude, like,
to me.
it's one of my honestly, ever since I saw it,
Which one? There's so many.
It's Us. I
Us,
think
yeah.
it was
the one
called.
with the scissors.
Yeah.
and
That was one of my.
That
like,
was a crazy.
dude.
that
That
was
blew my
really
mind how
interesting.
good that was because I thought it was going to be a parody.
Have you ever
what I
listened
mean?
to like the interview of like his description of why he created it and what it all means?
No.
It's
I
fucking
haven't owned
weird.
the DVD or anything.
It's weird, like, because in our own minds, like, we create, like, oh, this happened for this reason, and he was probably thinking this when he created this. At least that's how my brain works. And it's absolutely nothing like I would think. Like, it's all just so deep, and it's like every little scene and shot is thought about
yeah.
to the extreme, and it's just like you would like the keys in this corner are for this reason. It's just what the
think about Key and
never
Peele
ends.
though. Like if you really think
Yeah.
about it, look at Key and Peele. Like every little every hook, every change, every point that you had in that whole entire show was almost so thought out to the point where it's just like, man, they're fucking with my head on some of these things
Yeah,
here.
and that's
You're
why.
like, oh my
and
god,
that's why
hilarious.
he's such a great movie maker, is because
Yeah.
he did all the years of
Oh,
the
Jordan
Key and
Peele, I have a lot of
It's,
respect for him.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
It's insane. It's beautiful.
Let's get caught up real quick. We got Let Roses Burn just said thanks for answering, Bruce. My
thank you,
my
baby.
Chaco is low 10 gallon and she's doing great. I was just curious. Also love your Sphinx cat.
I have two, but yes, yeah,
Shayla's back.
They love you too.
Shayla says, check us
Hey,
out
Shayla.
at Buster Reptile Rescue. All right, check
Hey,
that
Shayla,
out.
Thank you.
I did you a favor, Bruce. Just check.
Damn, I think there's gonna be some
check.
PTs.
Oh my God, can't wait to come for a tour from Indiana.
right.
Hey,
That's
welcome
Midwest.
back.
Thanks,
Midwest
yeah.
RC, baby.
Yeah, I would love that. Seriously.
Sending feet pick.
Oh my
All
God.
right, we got a few more
Appreciate
We
here.
got Hayabi.
Je
One,
vais.
one last one, y'all.
Je vais.
I love everything you guys do, and you've
Thank
helped
you.
me through so much and taught me even more.
Thank you, buddy.
BruceFeetFetish.org. I hope somebody has
Government
that.
Sorry,
organization.
I hope someone has that thing. Yes, that's an organization.
Yeah.
That's not even a .com.
You guys are
right
making
there.
me rethink social media right now. Like,
Yeah, this is exactly.
really starting to
Bad
plan
part
other
of
things
it.
right now. I wanted to get an iWatch. Now I kind of feel like, yeah, there's
No.
gonna be a lot of foot
Yeah.
pics showing up
Now
on my
they're all-
iWatch.
KDM says super randomly, but is there a way to get a virtual tour specifically from you, Brian? It's so tough. It's so
No,
tough.
there's not.
I mean,
There's
it's
there's
not.
virtual tours from Morgan, the
Morgan,
one who
yeah.
does them, but yeah, Brian
Morgan.
is
yeah.
not doing them
I
right
just,
now.
You
right,
can also come for an in-person tour, and
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you get
say
the
hi to both
in-person
of
Brian
us.
Yeah, you
tour
can do
and
Bruce,
Eric and Noah.
listen now. That being
and I think
said,
Bruce has them too.
Yeah, it would be nice, but you
that
know,
being
okay.
said, usually almost all the time I can jump on for 10 minutes or something like that
No.
and chat. No, I do a lot. I can't. I mean, I do a lot, but I'm just saying. So the thing is, guys, is that
no promises.
you know, with
Okay.
just the anxiety and everything that I've dealt with over the last little
said
bit,
it.
the virtual tours are difficult for me to do because it takes a level of concentration and energy that is very, very difficult to keep up when you're not in a
It's
in a
okay
mentally
to
good
say,
state.
just no, you're not offering them right now.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
need to
that's fine.
explain.
He's not
You
doing
just
it.
need to say sorry. it's
Listen,
not
Katie.
available. You don't
Yeah.
need to
It's not
explain.
happening.
You get, you get,
sometimes.
you get a tour every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just so much going on.
Listen,
It's
Katie,
hard-
I love
it's hard
you,
to do
baby
everything.
girl.
We love you, bro.
But
All right.
maybe
So,
next year.
Lori, the first time my mom saw you in video, she said, "That's his wife. She's beautiful." That's from
Thank
Let
you.
versus Sperm.
Thank you, your
That's
mom.
so nice.
That is nice.
That is
That's so nice. Your mom sounds like a wonderful person.
she.
You know, I wish I had. I shouldn't say this because
Don't say it. Don't do it.
no,
Stop.
What
Stop
do
now.
you wish?
Stop now. You already know.
What do you
What
wish
do
you
you
had?
no, I
what
no,
kind
no,
of
no,
sh-
no, no,
what
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
shovel do you want?
Exactly.
No.
What kind
It's
of
too
burrow?
late.
No,
Yeah.
my
He's
mom.
already-
I was going to say something about my mom.
He's
I
already
wish
dug
I
the
had
hole.
best mom. I just want
She's
best
such
as
a
my mom.
sweetheart, yeah.
Karen
Can I-
is a
Oh my
sweetheart.
God, 100%.
Like I want, and it's just my mom's name's Karen too. I could just
know.
switch out.
Yeah, you could switch out. Barely anyone would notice.
Yeah, I mean, I love
Beth
my
would
mom.
want-
I love
he
my
wants
mom, and
Beth's mom.
and my mom doesn't have the
All right.
internet, so she's not listening. But and I love my mom. But boy, Karen's so nice.
Beth's mom brings me ice cream sandwiches.
I
All
know.
the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
She's the
She
most
just brought me a
thoughtful person.
shirt. She brought me a
Dude,
tank top
best mom
yesterday.
would have showed up my fucking goddamn marriage. You know, like shit.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Hey, honey,
Like,
She's just
Yeah.
the nicest,
Congratulations.
sweetest person in the world.
yeah, 100%.
She's a superhero.
I mean, gosh, yeah, and she's a nurse that works with
I
COVID
know.
patients.
She
and
volunteers at the Reptarium.
Yeah, she-
She's super supportive too at the Reptarium. Like I'll be sitting there kind of like getting like tired and kind of like, oh, whatever, and she'll
She's what every mom should aspire to be.
do
How's that?
100%. She'll just walk over and be like, you know, you're doing really great with those kids. Like da da da. I'm like, I am doing really great with those kids. Thank you. And I'll just keep going.
Go
Keep
out there
rolling.
now go out there and get him,
You know,
Brucey.
yeah, get
Yeah.
it, Bruce.
Yeah, sometimes you want to. Sometimes you just want to get a good game and go. You know, like,
smacks you on the ass."
Yeah, no, they can't do that anymore.
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
And
this one's
was-
good.
All right, go ahead.
Amanda
Leave me
says my
tell.
parents win the worst first date at the movies. My dad took my mom to see Porky's.
oh, Porky's, Porky's,
It's a
yes.
miracle he
No,
ever got
no,
a second
that-
date.
no, that's
Oh,
He beat
100%.
you.
I
He beat
love it.
you.
No, that's a
I
good-
love that movie. I would have taken her to that
That's
and been
not
like,
a,
that's great.
not a good first date.
You'll-
Oh, I
Bueller
would have
Ball
totally
Breaker.
taken her.
Bueller Ball Breaker. Yep, Bueller Ball Breaker. That's Porky's movie.
Oh,
was,
let them look
Oh my
it up
God,
for
Porky's.
themselves.
Oh my God. Every one of you need to watch Porky's if you haven't seen Porky's.
Yeah, don't.
Oh my God.
What were you?
That is
watching
a
Jurassic
horrible.
Park.
Dominion. Somebody asked, "What do you think about this
Oh.
movie?" I never didn't know.
It's like
Jurassic
the
Park,
newer
Dominion.
one
Is-
or
I
something,
wonder
right?
if that's. Oh, I don't know.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
is there a new
that's the new.
Jurassic
Yeah, yeah,
Park
yeah. That
coming out?
I saw the trailer. It
Oh,
it looks like it's
guess
going to be
what?
great.
This is coming out at DTE. They're
DTE.
playing it at DTE.
At
Let's
the,
go.
what?
Where's that?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Like
oh,
a-
yeah,
a
let's
drive-in.
get fucking
Yeah.
wasted
It's
and
not
go.
a
Oh,
Drake-
I'm going to go. Let's. I don't have to get
We
wasted.
can't go to a
Yeah.
concert, but we can go
We should
see
take-
this movie at DTE.
Apparently,
I'm
yeah,
down.
we
When
can
does it
all,
come
yeah.
They were
out?
talking
as long
about
as
it
we're
on the
6 feet
radio. They were
apart.
giving away tickets for
But
it.
I thought. That,
When? Right now?
I thought it wasn't coming
Let's
out.
go
till,
right
like,
now.
When is it coming out?
When's it
I thought-
coming out?
I thought it wasn't until next year.
Dad, when's it coming
Charlie
out?
G. Willikers, Batman.
No, see, I think it's in 2021.
June 2020. Well, we
That's
better
a
go
year
now
from now.
and
Well,
get
maybe they're
ready.
playing a different
better
Jurassic
go
Park, but
now
they're
and
doing
get
it.
our
They're doing it regardless.
Jurassic Park at DTE. Let's
It's
get
an
to
early
it.
release. Shut
I
up,
would
everybody.
I would totally go see Any drive-in.
Let's
I
do
would go
it.
see Porky's.
I was thinking about doing a new thing
I've never been into a drive-in.
where
Where?
Really?
Never
never
heard.
been to a
Wow.
drive-in.
Yeah.
They don't have them in Bama.
No.
They don't have them in
Well,
Jersey?
Sure
Guess
as
where
fuck
I'm
don't.
making my
God.
money.
Well, guess what? There's
going
the
to
closest
Bama.
one here is
Open up drive-ins.
Canterbury Village. We should pick a night and all of us go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like
that'd be
Jessica has been for the longest time since the moment we moved here, been trying to get me to do a drive-in theater.
Yeah. Oh my
The
God.
whole
we used
time
to
I
go
was just
with
like,
kids
I
all
was like,
the
I've
time.
never been
So
to one.
fun.
Dude,
I've
there's one
never
right by
heard
your
of it.
house.
Yeah, you guys don't live that far
Dude,
from the
it's
Ford
so
Tell.
close.
Well,
which
I
is
mean,
nice.
like a lot of people get shot around where I live, so
Yeah.
I kind of
Listen,
not like
my
the
family
But that's
still
why it's
goes to
fun,
the
dude.
Ford Tell. It's
Gives you a
safe.
little
You're good.
adrenaline rush. You're like,
Yeah.
am I gonna make it?
Keeps you on
What's
edge.
so-
It's
what's
good.
suspenseful, the movie or the
Exactly.
fact that
Dude, literally, there was
Exactly.
there were some people that were shot
Yeah.
behind our house, like
Yeah,
like
still
not
wear
that far
red or
from us
blue
at all.
or
Yeah, think of
You're
the
good.
sense
Purple.
of accomplishment you'll feel when you get out of there
It's
alive.
okay. Nobody has to
Yeah,
be
right.
concerned about us
Yeah.
like being close to somebody getting shot by our house. It was whatever.
No, that's fine.
No,
That's
I
I
don't.
happened to
I just
meet it on
dropped
Christmas.
that like an eggshell, but it's all right.
I think you're
No,
fine.
we're good.
Just wear some body armor or
That's it
something.
for super chats.
All right, that's
Right.
it for super chat.
Appreciate
So
you
that
guys'
was
love.
good. That was
Is
fantastic.
that it for the potty waddy?
Fuck.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
we're too
Yeah, we're done. I guess.
Dude,
I don't
these
know.
chairs,
What are
I
we
can
thinking?
not stop sliding in.
We're gonna get. Oh, so let's before we stop, I want to
Yeah,
talk about
let's do it.
new podcast room.
Sure.
Yeah, we got the
We've got the
We got the
materials.
building
Yeah, I see it. I
materials.
keep
walking by it.
Yeah, the materials
I'm
are here. Oh
excited.
yeah, thanks Bruce for not being here Monday to help us carry that down. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce, for that.
Yeah, fucking A,
Shit
Bruce.
on Bruce Cock.
Fucking A, Bruce.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks
send
a
feet
lot.
pics to Bruce.
Yeah, for not
Yeah,
helping.
yeah.
Send
Yeah.
the feet pics.
Yeah, send the feedback.
I have a lot to explain to Jessica when I get off this fucking podcast.
But so podcast room, we're probably looking at by the end of August, we should have our new podcast room.
Nice.
Yes.
Table
Exciting.
is going to be dope. We
Is
have
there an-
some people
Did you
that have
reach
reached
out to them?
Yes, I talked to them. They're
Okay.
going to build it for us and
Nice.
bring it here
No
and,
way.
and
Perfect.
install it.
Yeah.
It is going to be absolutely so new table, big table,
Really nice
a lot
wood,
more.
carved,
Yeah,
nice.
not a lot
What type
bigger
of wood?
room. Really beautiful.
Cherry
Beautiful
maple?
wood.
You remember it's a surprise.
Mahogany.
Dude, I'm so excited about this because, like, honestly, we like this has been like it's been fun to do this podcast here, but to really put it
Yeah,
put
it's gonna
a
be
step
nice.
forward. You know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I mean?
gonna.
Like, really,
it's gonna be really
solidifies
nice. The
this.
walls are gonna be awesome. They're gonna be rocked out. I'm gonna do carpet in the floor. I mean,
we have a
it's gonna
river
be-
in the corner. Like
Yeah,
you know when
river
you
in
go
the
into like
corner.
Osaka, the Japanese
Oh, yeah, yeah,
restaurants, how
yeah,
they have
yeah.
like that little like flowing little
Yeah,
stone,
Little
yeah.
like
pond.
I kind of like
You know
that.
what?
weeping
I-
wall is what
calming.
it's called.
I
yeah,
can
Weeping
get-
and
wall.
maybe like a
effect.
one money tree.
I
One
can
money
get one of
tree,
those
yeah.
little tiny ones with the
spent
little
5 months trying to get the
Buddha
sound
and the
of
little tree. Yeah,
shh out
we'll
of
get
our
we'll get the
fucking
Yeah,
Zen-
yeah, yeah,
we'll
yeah.
get the
We don't
Zen
want. We
corner.
don't need water. We don't need water
Yeah,
flowing.
you guys just
in-
keep
at the
adding
podcast.
waterfalls in the reptarium. It's just
Spent so
fuck.
long trying to get that sound out of the headphones. I'm good, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the last thing we want is like running water in the
Well,
background.
it's different.
Why is it staticky?
It's for
No.
Zen.
So
yeah.
anyways, my point is that we'll get new chairs too, new chairs, new
Obviously.
everything. You guys are comfortable. We're not.
I'm
so
not
comfortable
honestly.
over
These
here.
aren't that great, but
They're better than those.
I'll take those over this right here because, like, I can't. I have to literally, like, right now. I have my shoulder blade holding me up because I keep sliding down, like,
Yeah.
all the time. I'm like, oh god damn it, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
But anyways, regardless, it's going to be dope. I'm really excited about it.
dope.
Yeah, and then we'll just have more room too. It's going to be a bigger room. The table's going to be like twice the
Wires
size.
on.
Room? What about it? Room? Do I say room wrong? Room wrong?
Say roof.
Room wrong.
Sure.
room wrong.
Do I say it wrong? Room?
Wrong room.
Wrong
You say
room.
Wrong room.
Wrong room?
You say
Wrong room.
Are we
Wrong
really
room.
getting? Are we really getting? Are we really getting
supposed to
that
say?
juvenile right now? Like, is that-
Wait a second.
Is that what life is right now?
Wait a second. I want to know this because I say a
It's
lot
gonna
of things
fuck with
wrong.
him so hard now. We have to tell him.
I say rough.
Yes.
I
You
say
tour,
rough.
Tour.
I say tour.
No, you
Tour.
say tour.
I say
Tour.
tur.
No, you
How about
don't.
all?
You don't
No, but
say
you
that.
Just, you said room.
Room.
Yeah, it's room.
well, I'll say
So it's room.
So you're
I
not
say
the
a
only
lot of
one who
things
says
wrong.
things weird. I say ol. You know, like
Like old.
Like mold.
oil.
What?
Oh, oil.
What?
Oil.
What are you
Oil.
saying?
What the fuck? I don't. I still don't know what you're saying. Oil.
You have motor oil. Motor oil.
Oil.
Yeah, whatever
Oil.
the fuck. It's
You know what I'm
oil.
saying?
What do you say?
Oh.
What
Yeah,
I'm saying? I say
motor oil.
oil.
You say, you say more. You say more.
See, this is why I can't show people what I can't say.
Bruce, is this what
It
you
doesn't
say?
make sense
Bruce, is this
because I
what you
can't
say?
fucking say
Is
it.
this what you say? Bruce?
Thank you, jackasses.
Can I
A
have
lot
that?
of you.
Can I have that? Can I have that in a sentence, please?
Oil.
More.
Fuck you. It's motor oil.
Are you an aborigine?
So you're trying to say motor oil?
I can't say it. Motor oil.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We can wait. We can wait. Yeah. Fuck all of you. Yeah. Go fuck all of you. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, guys. Since Noah's leaving, I'm going to end it. I appreciate
Fuck all
you
of you
guys.
with the feet pic.
Send the
Fuck every one of
pictures,
you.
the feet
I don't give a
pictures.
shit.
Send the feet
Fuck all of
pictures to Scales and Things on Instagram.
I fucking
We
hate you.
love you guys
God, I
so
fucking
much.
hate you.
You guys are amazing. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for
Goodbye.
not being a piece of shit.
We're checking out, guys. Peace.
See you guys.
I don't know how to.